It's time for Big D Energy, live on Woodward Sports. Join four-time Stanley Cup champion and legendary badass Darren McCarty and the golden voice of Neil Rule, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., as they give their takes on all things Detroit sports. The number one midday show in Detroit is on. Welcome to Big D Energy.
Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Big D Energy.
Biggest of the D's!
Right, that's a fact. Right here on Woodward Sports. My name is Neil Rule. Stick here in the building for D-Mac. D-Mac will be back tomorrow, so everybody just calm down. All
Sorry.
right? Yeah, he'll be back tomorrow. We have Chase in the sound booth. Chase, what's good?
We're hanging out, chilling, having a good one. How you doing today, Neil?
I'm swell. Thank you very much.
Hey, shout out to that new PR in the Run Club.
Oh, yeah,
Shout
yeah,
out.
absolutely. It was coming down to it, and I was like, all right, let's push through this. I paid for it with today's run, though. It was a struggle.
You went sub 25. That's all right.
Yeah, but we gutted through it, no doubt. We have Spencer Raxter in the building.
Hello.
What up, Spenmo? How you living?
Living good, feeling good, yeah. Ready to
Looking
go.
good?
Looking good.
There
yeah.
you go. That's it, man.
That's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about. We have intern Simeon in the house. He's off to the side because, oh, look at this. Young Justin's here monopolizing studio space. Let's get something straight right here. Get your laptop, get your shit, and get it off the desk before the show. Your laptop weighs 800 pounds.
It is very big. Pause.
Oh, man.
That was
I got
impressive. What's
For
the deal with that?
With the 800-pound laptop, it's a graphics laptop. It's meant for social media, which is why I'm frequently haven't been here for the last week. My 20 minutes of Big D Energy time over the past week has been pretty grueling.
So that's why you forgot to put the microphone in front of your face, right? And how to do this whole thing.
It's right here.
We keep working with young Justin.
Yeah,
everybody.
we'll
He'll
get him there.
He'll get there.
He's got the work ethic, Neil, and that's all I ask. Attitude and work ethic. I
Show
can
up.
teach you anything else.
But there you go. That's it.
That's
so,
it.
I get on you because I like you, Justin.
Now move the mic closer to your face.
Yes. Now do that.
I don't even know how to do that.
I can tell.
I know. That's
We can tell.
There you go.
Hey, hey, hey.
There we go. That's close enough.
Jump into that Woodward Sports chat thread. You want to skip the line, use the super chat option. We will get to those. We'll get to a lot of your stuff as well. DNC, ENT in the chat. Tiger season over. Wrap it up, guys. It was a good run.
Yep.
It's over, Stick. I don't know if you know that or not. It's
Rip.
over.
I mean, if you lose to a team like the White Sox, what do you want me to say?
It's over.
They're 0-1 in their last game. It's awful.
It is awful.
Tyreek
So-
Skubal, done. Washed. I don't care that he didn't pitch. Just washed. It's over.
Spenny, we had a good run, though, didn't we?
We did have a good run.
Good.
I did yell at
Flannel
Rob Parker
Sam
yesterday.
said this was the best Tigers team he's ever watched, and they lose to the White Sox? The best you've ever watched, and
Yeah.
they lose to the White Sox.
It's over.
Okay.
Yep, absolutely. It is. It's a wrap.
Ooh, top 5 today, too.
Top 5 Wednesday. And now we audibled this yesterday.
Yeah.
And this was a great pull by Stick. In honor of Frank Ragnow.
Yes.
Salute to service for Frank Ragnow.
I told you somebody would come up with something. It just popped up.
It always happens that way.
Yeah.
Top 5 fish.
Yep.
Top 5 fish
For Frank.
Ryan's a piece of shit, man.
For you, Frank.
for you, Frank Ragnow. I can't already wait to see Spenny's list.
My list is good. It's wholesome
Wholesome?
and tasteful.
Like wholesome and tasteful for you, or for like regular people?
I think I don't know.
For you, just say
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah, there's nothing not safe for work on my list. I don't think.
Okay. We also have intern Simeon.
Oh
makes
no, there is. Never mind. Forgot.
Yeah, well,
of
stunner.
course.
Yeah.
Intern Simeon makes his top 5 list debut as well.
Oh.
So,
And Ryan
Oh,
put,
the
Ryan put
pressure's
me in
on.
a dress this time.
what's that?
I said Ryan put me in a dress this time.
Okay. All right, fair enough. No, but
Something wrong with that guy.
You got all the pictures?
Yeah.
You already see them?
Oh yeah.
But no, just a couple of things. We are going to get to the Tiger stuff. I do want to touch on the Michigan State situation as well. I didn't get a chance to yesterday because we were moving along. And we have Spenny here, so I want to run some things by the Michigan State contingent. And I think it's applicable to most college sports. And we'll get into it. Speaking of that, Santa Ono.
Yep.
Shout out.
No, your services aren't really wanted here, pal.
Maybe a kind of a stain on his name for some reason.
I don't know.
For those that don't
I
know,
met the guy. I liked him when I met him.
everyone I've talked to said that he is a great dude to talk to.
Yeah.
Great dude to talk to. But for those that don't know, the Florida Board of Regents or whatever, you guys know all these athletic departments, universities have boards, and they have to approve contracts. They rejected Santaono's contract proposal, so he will not be at Florida.
Now, does he get a chance to, like, resubmit, or is it just, like, a one-and-done contract?
That I don't know.
Okay.
I'm sure he does.
So does he go back to
I'll
Michigan?
do it for half. Like
Yeah.
what? I mean, did he ask too much? Did they give you a reason? Is it just, hey, we don't like what you're all about? I
Don't
don't
like
know.
the cut of your jib.
Huh?
That they don't like the cut of your jib.
Yeah, the cut of your jib. That's fair.
But yeah, so I guess like his political views or something kind of came into play. I don't know. It's a slippery slope to work because I don't do politics. You want politics, go to whatever your preferred politics stuff is. I don't do them here. But with that being said, I guess that had a portion of it. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is, and I don't know what the fallout is. So
Okay.
I don't.
Well, I mean, people were upset that he pushed through the DEI, canceling the DEI thing here in Michigan, but you would think in Florida they love that down there, right? Like Florida's
That's ground zero for it.
right. Like, so I don't know. I don't think that would be an issue in Florida, but it is colleges, and they tend to lean. I don't know. There's many layers to this onion.
Yes, there is. Pete Smith in the chat. Neil, shout out to one of my kiddos. Pete Smith's a teacher at Harper Woods. Says getting an offer from Notre Dame. He's not going because he wants to play in a conference. Oh, that's tough. That's absolutely. Yeah, they got a big-time wide receiver there at Harper Woods that's been offered by Bama, Michigan, Oregon, James Franklin, all of them.
You ever been to Notre Dame? Seen Touchdown Jesus and all that stuff?
I have not, and that's egregious on my part.
It's spiritual. Like, everybody tries to tell me about Lambeau, but I think I hate the Packers so much. Like, it won't be as special. But like, I don't hate Notre Dame. You know?
I hate Notre Dame.
I have no reason to hate Notre Dame. They haven't been really great in my lifetime. They've never really been. But I'm not a college. I don't have an allegiance to a college.
That's fair.
For them to be my, I guess, like arch rival or something. But yeah, I went to an architecture camp there, and man, we got to stay on campus, and then they took us in the football field, see Touchdown Jesus.
I do
go in
have
the
to go.
locker room.
So
touch the
it was
sign.
before they changed the stadium to where you can't see Touchdown Jesus
You
in the
can't see
stadium
him anymore?
No, you cannot.
Yeah, no, this was
They
in
just renovated it,
1998,
and you
bro.
can't see Touchdown Jesus. From
Why
the
would they
stadium.
do it that way?
I don't know. I just went there, and that was like the biggest thing is like, yeah, you can't see Touchdown Jesus from the stadium.
That's so stupid.
Like, what are we doing
Way to
here?
go, Notre Dame. That's why I hate Notre Dame. The stupid shit like that.
Yeah.
I don't hate Notre Dame as much as I hate Michigan or Penn State, but I would probably still go, though, to see it.
You probably feel the way I feel. Like Notre Dame is. I feel like I owe it to the game.
Yes,
to go.
that's like go to Wrigley. Like, I've never been to Wrigley.
You got to go.
Yeah, you gotta go.
When I went to Chicago for that bachelor party over the summer, they were out of town, so we went to a White Sox game. Woof. But I like their park. If their team wasn't shit, I'm sure it would be a nice spot. Terrible
went to
location
Fenway.
for it, but nice
Yes,
park.
it is. I told you.
Yeah.
There is literally puddles of piss in the L train station.
There is.
So their team is a puddle of piss. So
Yeah, that's fair.
whatever.
I went to
fits 'em.
Fenway, and it really didn't have the transcendent feeling I was hoping it would have.
You know
But it
what-
was like a rainy, cold night, so like that place
probably
is
played into
leaking
it.
like crazy. It was uncomfortable. They section off the stadium. You can't really just walk around and check it out.
Yeah, they do that.
I don't like that. Like, I want to be able to. I love going to Comerica and checking out the statues and going to grab a beer on the upper deck, then walk around and watch the game from behind home plate. Like, that's part of being at the ballpark, not your caged animal. No, you're section 210. Stay there. It's like, whoa, let me go anywhere I want. It's America.
Cody Engel says they will never vote to approve him because of his DEI stance and pro-Palestine things at Michigan.
There you go.
Well, see, like,
All right.
which Cody, like, I don't get. And again, I don't do the politics stuff. But with that being said,
But
no. With that being said, I don't understand because the bottom line is when he was a president in Michigan, they won a national title. Like, and you're Florida, right? Like, he is athletics friendly, which not all
he definitely
universities
is.
are that.
He shakes hands, like, because that's how I met him. I went with Braylon to a game when Braylon was out there with Discover cards signing like legends.
How you
stuff.
doing?
And sorry, what happened?
No.
Nothing. Go on.
But yeah, he was in the suite with Braylon. He came up and he introduced himself. He was really humble, nice guy. He was there supporting the team. I had all of 30 seconds with him, so I don't know much about the guy, but yeah, whatever. He didn't get the job. I don't care.
It's weird to me because like Florida's trying to get back to that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, do you think the president of the university has a lot to do with that, or is it more the AD?
They
right?
can. They can.
I guess they can get in the way more than they can help, right?
Yeah, well,
You know what I mean?
At the same time, too, though, he has proven by the track record, and here we go. He has proven by the track record at Michigan and what happened there during his tenure, he'll get in the weeds or don't care if you do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he's going to turn a blind eye.
Bingo, and that's
he's
what you
not
want.
going to be an interruption.
And this is going to be kind of a running theme when we get into the Michigan State stuff because it's time to set down the realities. And I do like that the realities are coming to the forefront right now. I do. How about that? Do you see Texas Tech gave $1 million to their softball pitcher and they beat Oklahoma and they're going to the World Series?
I did not.
Just like she was at Stanford. They wouldn't let her hit at Stanford. Texas Tech said, come here. We'll give you $1 million. You can do whatever you want. She hit 312. She beat Oklahoma. Like,
Best pitcher in the nation.
best
as well.
pitcher in the nation.
I mean, worth the investment then, right?
Texas
Yeah.
Tech had never won a conference championship before
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Did you see T.J. McConnell's sister?
No.
Pretty hot.
And thank Patrick Mahomes for that bag too. He was a big piece of that,
Was he?
getting her to Texas Tech.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, there's going to be people that they pay $1 million that suck too. So yeah, they cashed in.
Did you see the reports were out there that Cooper Flagg made $28 million in NIL in his 1 year at Duke?
I believe it.
He's only getting $7 million. Fuck out of here, dude.
Like, why is he going to the league?
That's what I said. He's going to be the number 1 overall pick, no doubt. But he'd be the number 1 overall pick, no doubt, any year.
In 2 years.
Any year.
Yeah.
So go back, make another $28 million a year at Duke, probably win an Natty.
Probably would get more, too.
Probably get more, yeah.
How's he
And
gonna
be
get
the
more?
fucking man at Duke for another year.
Yeah.
That's why I don't
To
understand
me,
why.
that's the thing,
Yeah.
right? It's the college experience.
Not go to the Wizard, or who's got Dallas got the number 1 pick, so I
Like
guess.
the money's going to come to him either way. He's going to
Yeah.
make money in the pros. He's going to make money at college. The difference is, but I guess he's going to get pro level hose compared to college hose. I mean,
And
There is a difference.
There is a difference.
I mean,
I've
there's
seen it.
levels to this game.
I would say the pro level hose are more dangerous, though. Look at Zion.
100%.
Yeah.
But what comes
It
along
comes
with
with
that?
Yeah, that's true. That is a good point.
Experience.
Yeah.
All levels of the game are higher.
True.
Yep.
So I'm just saying that.
And
well-
I would rather go out this year and go to Dallas than next year in like Washington or something.
Yep.
That is true, too. Mike G, Florida's such a has-been football program. They're cheeks now. They might get in the playoff this year, though.
They might.
They played the hardest schedule in the history of sports.
If Ohio State can make the playoffs, anybody can.
Jump the line in the super chat. Alex Shea did it. Fenway. I did have an amazing feeling. Was there for the 2013
Okay.
ALCS when Shane V hit the Grand Slam.
Slam, yeah.
It was awful how the game turned out, but the stadium in October was electric, and Clam
That's
Chowder
probably
was
different than
fire.
me going in May when it's cold and frigid.
Yeah, and I went in August with my wife, and I was like, the stadium's cool, but what made it cool was the vibe, I thought, and you were probably missing that.
Yep.
What really turned me out was literally everybody at Fenway has gear on. Literally everybody. So that's wild.
Boston fans are different.
They are. They're cut different.
It's just
Yeah.
wild how
In-
it's in
in
like the
more
middle
ways
of a
than one.
subdivision too. It would be like if it was dropped downtown Birmingham. Like it's just
It's like that.
There's
yeah.
little houses, little restaurants, then boom, huge ass stadium. It's
Yeah,
like what's
that's
going
wild.
on here?
Sound Kayak. Santa Ono's a great college president. I wish he would have stayed at Michigan. Well, then Michigan should have gave him the bag. Like, right?
He did his job.
I don't know enough about it to care, and that's my stance on it. Santa Ono didn't get a job. I like his name. It's a great name. How do you not hire Santa?
I just thought about something. Justin, could I convince you to tail with me every single game of college football season, Jeremiah Smith receiving touchdown?
Oh yes.
Every game. Like, and see how many wins we get. for the whole year.
I'm in. I'm in. Like I did
it for the college football
Yeah, I did it
playoff,
with
and
you.
I made so much
I did it with
money.
you. No.
Yeah.
I squad ride all season. Put
Every-
it down
every week.
Every week.
Yeah.
Jeremiah Smith touchdown.
Okay.
I'm in.
And I might sprinkle first touchdown too. Maybe.
I know that's the strat for you.
That is the strat. That's what I put 50
Especially
bucks.
with no Henderson or Judkins.
Or Judkins.
Woodward Sports chat thread. Aaron to the Stone. Neil, Florida hasn't been good since Chris freaking Leak was quarterback. They won national titles in 96, 06, and 08. They didn't just win one and then be Auburn the next year.
Slight shot at Michigan.
No,
Shout out to Heavy,
no, that is factually correct. They won a title, went 7-5. Did they not, Justin? Am I missing something?
What was the question?
Dynamite drop in.
Thanks for
Justin.
playing.
Yeah, thank you. All right, let's go to the break. Everyone, tell them about Les Stanford. Jesus Christ.
Stanford Chevrolet. They've got cars for everybody. Les Stanford Chevy, Cadillac, Buick, GMC. You can get a 2025 Envision Preferred all-wheel drive for $259 per month, the Hummer EV SUV for $699 per month, or a 2025 Sierra Double Cab Elevation for $169 per month. It's Les Stanford Chevrolet, Cadillac, Buick, GMC. Scan that QR code on the screen to see their massive inventory. Les Stanford, together, let's ride.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Feldman Chevrolet still has tariff-free inventory, so we're extending the Memorial Day sale. That means it's your last chance to get tariff-free pricing on your new Chevy. Get this 2025 Silverado for only $199 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for just $259 a month. But hurry, these low prices won't last. Don't miss your last chance to save big. The Memorial Day sale has been extended at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Massage Chair House. Justin is sitting in the Pharaoh queue right now. I sat in it before the show. Spenny sat in it before the show.
I love it.
It has been a great chair here, and you know what? It's almost time, guys. They're going to switch it out for a brand new model. And if you want to try every single model that the Massage Chair House has, they got them in a big warehouse. You show up in Bloomfield, you can sit in every single one of them. It's kind of like Bonnie Blue. You just sit there and take each one, try them all out, and then by the end of it, you've tried 1,000. It's beautiful. Massage Chair House. Scan the QR code above my head.
All right, we're keeping it pushing. Everybody, Big D Energy off and running. Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, stick in for DMAC. I believe DMAC is back tomorrow. We have Chase, young Justin's kind of here, although he's not really listening. Intern Simeon's here, Spencer Raxer. You know this, you know the players, and you know the game. Woodward Sports chat thread. Get in there, get your thoughts. Subscribe to the Woodward Sports YouTube channel. We're just about to 84,000 subs.
Oh, I forgot. I was gonna tell you during break, but I got a couple videos if we want to throw some Lions topics in later. One's of Jameson Williams absolutely routing Ennis Rakestraw.
Yes, I did want to get to that.
And then the other one is Cam Scadabo, the running back.
Hell yeah.
Not knowing who Megatron
Not knowing
was?
who Megatron is. So
That is pretty wild.
Yeah, we got
We're
all of
old,
those.
man.
Yeah, we are going to get to the Lions stuff. We're going to do the Lions stuff in hour number 2 today. Steve in the chat. Neil, do you listen to CNN in your EV? No, Steve, but I do call your mom on the Bluetooth.
Oh!
So that does happen, Steve. All right. Freddie felt Justin is just tuning out the tone. That is all. You can't do that on this show.
Nope.
You want to do that shit, go to the morning show. You can't do it here. Mike G's got a question for intern Simeon. Can Mizzou beat Texas A&M?
And softball?
Well, it depends on when they play them, right, Simeon? Like, if they play, because Mizzou goes 7-1 every year, they get up to number 12 in the nation, and then they lose 4 of the last 5. That's the arc. You play them in November, so no, you can't beat them. Sorry, that's just it.
It's fair.
That's it. All right, Tigers yesterday. Look, we'll touch on the Tigers. Then I want to do Michigan State stuff. I've told you guys this many times. 162 game season. There are 10 to 15 games that you will not win no matter what.
Right.
And it just so happened to come against the Chicago White Sox. The timing is immaterial. The opponent is immaterial. That happens. They play teams, 13 times in their division?
Yep.
13 times in
12
their
or
division.
13, okay.
You're going to lose 2 to them no matter what. No matter what.
Man.
Everybody will. Unless you're the Tigers playing Cleveland back in the late 90s, early 2000s, where I think they lost 88 in a row or whatever it was. But stick, I saw people kind of flipping out on X about it. I didn't understand it. It's going to happen to you. You're going to lose to the White Sox.
Not when you're a team of destiny, Neil, like you all have been telling me. It wasn't the conversation yesterday. This is a team of destiny.
Well, it is a team of destiny.
The team of destiny doesn't drop games to the White Sox.
No, they will.
I mean, if they're coming out hitting 4 home runs in a game, they cannot do this. The teams of destiny do not lose ball games. This is why I try to talk people off that team of destiny ledge. Because guess what? There's going to be bumps in the road. And this is a bump in the road. Now, you hope they can mitigate it by winning the next game out, right? Because if this turns into 2, 3, 4, now all of a sudden everybody that was team of destiny is going to have to realize, no, it's just a good baseball team that's playing good baseball right now. It's a long season. They could be playing poor baseball in a month. I'm not hoping they do. Believe me, I hope they continue this torrid run that they're on. But as you know and as I know, that is tough to do in the game of baseball. What they're doing and what they've done, even in relation to last season, is almost insane. So there's going to be some leveling out. Water always finds its level. So everybody's spitting this team of destiny stuff at me. Just pump the brakes, like I said yesterday. Enjoy the ride because you're watching some damn good baseball. We'll know if it's a team of destiny when they win the fucking World Series.
In the end, Stick, that's fair. That's because the team of destiny gets put on you after it's over.
Right.
After it's over. Only the
Thank you.
enlightened ones can tell you when it's happening.
And that's what I was
in
trying to tell
front of
people.
you.
Like, in 06, that was a team of destiny, right? Well,
But it felt like when you have a year.
feel good, right?
No, but even in the moment, though, Stick, when it got to July and August, and Craig Monroe's got like 20 home runs, and you know what I'm saying? Like just crazy, and Nate Robertson's like, 16 and 5
Chris
or whatever.
Shelton led off the
Nate
season.
Robertson was the man,
Dude,
dude.
coming
Nate
out with
Robertson was the
Yeah,
man.
like it was, but
Jeremy Bonderman.
Oh, Bondo, dude.
look, people sleep on Bond.
Bondo.
Oh,
well,
dude.
He was a bulldog. dude.
thugged out, man.
Yeah.
He was a bulldog.
Yeah.
man. I love Bond.
Dude had massive forearms.
Yeah, I love Bondo.
Massive.
But anyway, though, we're not trying to go down the memory lane. It's just that you could see it happening in real time. And look, this is 2 decades ago, so it was a different time. I think if social media was prevalent at that time, I think you would have heard those clamors. I would, because we talked about it. Because
You called him a team of destiny yesterday.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying though, like, look at the shit that's happening.
I
Stick.
know, it's
Like-
magical,
Like
it's fun.
like the Javi Baez stuff. That's team of destiny shit. It is for him to go on that kind of run for 30 games when they had to have it. Because look at Parker Meadows back now.
Right.
Like, when they had to have it. That's what it was. And now he's 7 for his last 53 or whatever it is. Like it's stretching out.
But
now.
give me the clutch hits in the playoffs and the World Series, and I'll be like, that's destiny. Just
That's
getting
fair.
there isn't destiny to me. Like, they got there last year was more of a
Miraculous.
destiny probably wasn't the right word last year, but just a fun. But that's what I just want people to enjoy the ride. Because there's so many people, like even last year with the Lions being 15-2, did not have a good time. Like they were dying with the team winning so much, and it's so bizarre to me, and I'm not here to check people's fandom. I'm just here to let people know that, like, it's okay to enjoy good things while they're happening without saying this is going to be the greatest thing that's ever happened.
Dad with Tourette's, this Tigers team, if a move or two is made at the deadline, is a 95-plus win team flirting with the 1 seed. McKinstry has been so good. Dad with Tourette's, they could be a 100-win team. That's the pace that they're
They could.
on. Like, that's the pace that they're on right now. And look, Spenny had it kind of weak. That's the pace. And guys, like, we're not in the end of April.
No, yeah. We're in the trenches of it.
Right. Like, we're getting ready. It's fine. Now it's warm.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
here we go. And look.
Summer's here, dude. I was planning fucking pool parties this weekend. I can't wait.
This Friday, since, like, all the schools are getting out for the 4 Down Friday, and I like to tap you on this, 4 Down Friday, summer.
Oh,
a summer 4 Down
sure.
Friday, Spenny.
Oh, I got you.
That's yours. That 1,000%.
How many buttons on the shirt?
See?
0.
He did that off rip.
Off the top of the head. First thing I thought of.
Off rip he did that. So I can't wait for Friday. We're gonna have a lot. I feel like Sean's answer to that and your answer to that are different.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll get there.
Actually, they're probably the same.
They're
honestly.
probably the same. You're right. But getting back to it, though, Stick, it's just it has those vibes, man. And Spenny asked a question. He's like, "Are the pitching injuries concerning to you?" Yeah, yes. Like, yes, 100% they are. and you start talking about elbows and shit, I'm sorry, I get scared of that.
Yeah.
As
That's
you
fine.
probably should.
You should.
And look, the bullpen day yesterday was the exception, not the rule.
Right.
Is that fair?
Well, yeah, they're not all going to have .000 ERAs. You know, like
Right.
there's going to, like I said, you know, that's why baseball is so hard to judge in single or even 30-game stretches, right? Like, because those stats can be skewed. I mean, you saw, was it Meadows that hit the 3 home runs, right?
Yeah.
His OPS,
Well,
like,
Carpenter.
I'm sorry, Carpenter. His OPS went up like 120 points in one game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, baseball is a very wait and see, and that's part of the reason why it's fallen off in popularity, I feel, with this younger generation, which is everything now, stats now.
Right.
They had one bad game, they're bad forever type stuff. Baseball is just like a meal in a slow cooker. You just got to wait.
Well, and Stick, through all this too, when I talked about this last season, and Spenny, you were there, you can vouch for it. We had it with the Pistons this year. This was your organic free roll. Last year was the organic free roll
For the
for the Tigers.
Yeah.
Yes, and obviously for the Pistons. Now there's expectations attached to it.
Yep.
And that's why, like, the team of destiny stuff, it's just like when I see guys, Zach McKinstry, there's no explanation for that. That run Javi went on, there's no explanation for that. And the timing of it, too. Like,
Right.
when you parlay it with the timing of it, it's absolutely incredible. But here's the deal, Stick. Here's where it's a little bit different. With the expectations that are in place, and this is what I keep coming back to. And I don't mean to do it, but it's relevant, it's real. The Tigers have not won a World Series
Man,
in 40 years.
I was 3.
40 years.
I know. I've never
40.
seen it. I haven't seen it
Yeah,
with my
I was.
own eyes.
Yeah, what was I? 40, 45 at the time. Like I was 5 at the time.
Right.
Like that's insane.
It is pretty wild.
It's
Sorry about
it's
that.
going to be Lions-esque. Like, we need this now. You know what I'm saying? It's been too long. Shit, the
It has been
Marlins have
too
won
long,
2.
But, like, I've been to a World Series game inside Comerica Park, which is something I can't say about the Lions.
That's
right?
pretty low bar, though.
To have been to a World Series game?
Like that being good enough, yeah.
I'm not saying that's good enough, but it's still an accomplishment. Like, I
Yeah.
went to a World Series game that the Tigers won inside Comerica Park. Now, granted, it's the only win out of the 9 World Series games that they played
You gotta go to more.
in my adult lifetime. But, man, it's just cool to be able to say that. We can't even say hey, I watched the Lions in the Super Bowl. And I don't want to sound like a Vikings fan right now. Like, we got there and that's good enough.
Yeah.
But I at least have seen it with my own eyes.
Like, you can't have a World Series champion T-shirt.
No, those got shipped to Africa.
Right.
Like those-
I mean, you
they
could,
had 'em
I guess.
printed.
Yeah.
They just didn't get handed out.
You couldn't, man. All right, let's take the break. I do want to clean this discussion up. We'll get into the Michigan State stuff. We have a Lion stuff. We have an Ennis Rakestraw sighting with JMO in OTAs. Let's talk about Planet Fitness. Was just there as a matter of fact. Although I'm not gonna lie, today, because today's my kind of day, right? Like it's humid, it's warm. I did what?
I can't. I hate humidity, dude.
Anyway,
It sucks.
I went outside for a run, then went into Planet Fitness and worked out the stretch stretch zone, because they have a stretch zone there. So I was in there doing it that way. I did run outside today just for a change of pace. But anyway, though, if I did run inside, wouldn't have mattered. There's an army of treadmills. Whatever you want to do at Planet Fitness, what are your goals? You want cardio? All that's there for you. Want to pick heavy things up like Spenny does? That's all there for you. Stretch zones, a 30-minute circuit. There's like yoga stations. All that kind of stuff is there for you at Planet Fitness. Whatever your fitness
Chest
journey
day.
is. Chest for Spenny today. Whatever your fitness goals are, Planet Fitness is the gym. I've been a member there going on 4 years. I'll never be a member at another gym. I won't. Never. Planet Fitness for me forever. And it will be for you too. Give it a shot. PlanetFitness.com, or just pull in the parking lot. There's over 50 of them in Metro Detroit. 50. Planet Fitness. Don't pay more money to lift the same weights. Don't do that.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
The boys of summer are here, and Woodward Sports is all over the Motor City with the White Claw Tigers Tour. Come party with Woodward Sports, watch the Tigers, and sip on some White Claw all summer long. The best bars, big giveaways, live events, and a party that only Woodward Sports can throw. Ain't no party like a Woodward Sports party. Join us Friday, June 13th from 5 to 7 with the heavyweights at Nemo's in Corktown for the White Claw Tigers Tour, brought to you by White Claw and Ven Johnson.
The man, the myth, the legend. He was in studio yesterday. He's going to be in studio tomorrow with Ermanni and Edwards. Of course, we're talking about the doc, Dr. Jeffrey S. Pierce, Esquire. He is the man to take care of your back, your foot, your legs, your spine, whatever it is. Doc will look out for you, and you've heard him talk here. He cares about your health. He's not here to try to just make a ton of money like some of these doctors, pumping you in, pumping you out. No. The doc cares about your health. Darren McCarty trusted himself to him, and that was pretty cool yesterday, him ranking Darren as one of the toughest guys he's ever worked on.
Yeah.
So the doc knows, Darren knows. Go see Dr. Pierce.
All right, back at it. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Wool, stick in for D-Mac. We have Chase, young Justin's here, kind of. He's spacing in and out. Intern Simeon's in the house.
Justin on that
Spencer
man
Baxter
packs.
as well. Woodward Sports chat thread. Get in there. Here's one for you, Stick.
Uh-oh.
Poncho Cornwallis. You said you like to walk around Comerica. I would say no one in this room right now probably knows Comerica better than you, right? You walk around it all the time, you said, when you go down there.
Yeah, decent amount.
Yep.
I mean, I wouldn't say no, but that's debatable.
Well, I didn't know if you were paying attention, so I don't know if I can include you or not, so
Fair.
that's a thing. Plus, you're probably stressed from having that laptop on your lap. That thing weighs about 88 pounds, so who needs Planet Fitness when you got young Justin's laptop? But Poncho in the chat says, I'm going to be in town June 19th, and I'm going to a game. It's been a couple of years since I went to Comerica. Advice on tickets would be appreciated.
I got some pretty good tickets. I mean, if you just get them on StubHub or whatever, I got some pretty good tickets. They were like 5-6 rows back of the special super seats, like those new super seats. There's like 5 rows back of those, so it's still pretty close behind the dugout, and they were only like $80 a pop. So those were really worth it.
I think the only bad seat in the house is in K-Line's corner with that foul pole blocking you.
Yeah.
Outside of that, I've pretty much sat everywhere else, and it's a good watch. I had season tickets out in left field in 2008, so I was there a lot then. But if I had to pick where I could sit, it would be the individual seats that come with the table in between them.
Yeah.
Tiger Den?
The Tiger Den. That's
where Matt sits.
That's the best place to sit.
Yeah.
Just because you get most leg room, you got your space, you can do whatever the hell you want. So I prefer that, but honestly, there's not really a bad seat in Comerica.
That's where I am.
I like to be close to the Tigers dugout as possible because I like chirping. I like chirping the boys. And, those were good. It was the section. I don't know what section it is, but it's the ones right in front of the Ferris wheel. So those were really good seats, and they were very decent price.
Yeah, I guess it depends, too, like on your goals, right? Do you want to
Right.
be in the sun? Do you want to be in the shade? Like, what's that?
Do you want to catch a ball?
Yeah,
Right.
you want to catch a ball.
Yeah, there's
Which I never have in my life.
never. I've done it twice.
I hate you.
I've gotten some from like catchers, like throwing them to me, but I've never caught one.
Raphael Belliard threw me one once, but
If you want to be in the sun, you got to be on the first baseline for night games, third base for day games.
Correct.
yeah. And I will say this: is he going on a Friday when they do fireworks?
He's Thursday against the Pirates.
Oh, okay.
Afternoon game.
If you're going for a firework game, sit behind home plate in the upper deck.
Thursday against the Pirates, you should sit out in left field, dude. There's going to be some balls crushed out of that stadium.
Except unless Skeens is pitching.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, that's true.
Benny, you like chirping our own guys?
Skeens is pitching, you should be behind home.
Good chirps.
Yeah, no
Oh,
doubt.
Good chirps.
Good chirps.
But no, it is. It's one of those things, Poncho, where it depends on your goals, right? I will say this: if you're looking to save money on tickets, like the 330 section that's kind of third base side in the upper deck, you can get in there for like $25 in like the 10th row.
Yeah.
There, as Stick said, there isn't a bad seat in
No,
Comerica.
I like that little bridge up there on the right. Like, it's just cool spots.
Chilling at the
all over
Pepsi
that.
porch with
Yeah.
Terry, picking up some Cougars.
Look, Comerica's. I like Comerica.
Comerica's a good.
For being 20 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, it's wild.
I mean, they could do a little more in terms of like aesthetics, right? Like they just recently updated the TVs.
I was
and,
gonna say put in some new TVs.
like maybe do a paint job or something like that. But
That's the other thing. If you do sit on the left field line, you don't really see the scoreboard a lot either. So like
if you're the like of Justin's ilk, you can get those priority seats
Yeah, the
and be
heated
right
seats.
behind there. Yeah.
with the free
For
food.
the record, I sit in the Tiger Den. For the record.
oh, okay.
Oh,
You
okay.
haven't sat in
Just
the
like a
priority
common
seats?
man.
Justin, you've never sat in the priority
He's
seats?
only upper
No, I
middle
have.
class
I went earlier
in
in the
Comerica.
season.
Yeah, I know you did.
Damn you, Spencer.
I only sat there 3 times already this year.
Real cream of wheat. Back in the early 2000s, I get free Tiger Den tickets at school. Well, that was a different time of Tigers baseball.
Yeah, and honestly, like if we want to go way back, if you wanted some cheap seats, go to the Bleacher Creatures at Tiger Stadium.
Yeah, smoking
$4 used to get you in, and my God, it would be a shit.
Oh,
Spenny,
Tiger
the
Stadium,
heavyweights
yeah.
would have thrived in the
Yeah,
bleachers.
you missed your era.
Yeah, the Bleacher Creatures.
Silverdome, Tiger Stadium, heavyweight.
The Bleacher
yeah,
Creatures.
100%.
Oh my God, those like my parents would take us to games and be like, "We're not going to the bleachers with the kids." Like
Yeah.
that area.
They cage in all those
Yeah,
animals, which they did.
it-
Like it was, you literally could not leave the bleachers area.
It was
they
like
caged
the
you in.
shelter at St. Andrews. Like you just like
Love
okay,
the shelter.
we'll go party at St. Andrews, but don't go in the shelter. Yeah, but this is like back in the '90s.
Yeah.
Like a different ball game, man. Crazy.
I saw Boldy James at the shelter. Just walked on stage, walked right behind. I was backstage. The game was open. I went and got a beer, saw it was open. Took my opportunity, just walked past the bouncer with confidence. He didn't say anything, walked right up on stage.
I'm
Chilling
telling
next
you
to Jalen
that's
Rose.
a
It
The
was
concert.
confidence is half the battle.
Yeah.
That's
Like-
a concert venue, homeless shelter combo.
What's that?
You said St. Andrews?
Yeah.
Like the music hall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a concert venue, homeless shelter combo?
No, the shelter
The
is
shelter's the
under St.
basement.
Andrews.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
It's the basement of St. Andrews.
But so it is kind of like
It's
a
like
combo.
more underground artists will be at the shelter, and then the big
Like
names
when we
will
used to
be
do a
at St.
club night with DRQ back in the day, we'd have like top 40 on the main floor, DJ Godfather with like hood ass shit in the basement and Ghetto Tech, and then like upstairs with all the potheads was ASRock playing like
Hell yeah.
EDM.
Jason Kenyon in the super chat, off subject of name, image, and likeness. Well, Nil was mentioned in rodeo, has done sponsors and being able to make money from youth to pro levels.
Nice.
Being in youth and high school, winning money in championships while competing at 14 to 16-year-olds, then college and pro. No, rodeo. I remember that with rodeo. Bass fishing was first on the scene with that too, in terms of name, image, and likeness. They were giving out cash prizes and stuff.
How much Jason Kenyon brings up rodeo makes me so happy because my dad used to ride bulls. So like
Did he really?
Yeah. Dude, he had a scar from here to here because a bull sat on him and crushed his entire knee. But yeah, man, like I grew up going to rodeo and stuff. Like it's funny.
I've been to a rodeo.
Respect
Jason
to those
Kenyon said
guys.
he's got to take me to rodeo. I've been to rodeo. I went to a couple up in Michigan State. It
Yeah.
was a lot of fun.
I like the rodeo too. Jason Kenyon, he's got a new one for us to follow, and I forgot his name, Jason, so I apologize. We're gonna get him on the show one of these days.
Yeah, hell yeah.
100%, man.
Blaine
Talk rodeo
Houston?
with him.
You need to get one
But
of
what
them
is
little
it?
kids.
Blaine Houston?
I know.
Something like
I think
that?
it was Blaine. Yeah, I think it was Blaine. It could be Blaine Houston. He is like ranked. Like we looked him up, and he is ranked. So
For Michigan?
we're gonna get him on the show.
Hell yeah.
So we're gonna figure out a way to do that. Hurricane Jacksonville Suns, now the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp, had Thirsty Thursday, super cheap beers, good times. Nothing like Thursday minor league baseball.
Lug Nuts games used to have Thursday. I think they'd have $2 beers on Thursdays.
A man like you did very well.
Oh, love Lug Nuts games. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I do like minor league baseball. Chris S, DJ Godfather, goated.
Yeah.
Yep.
DJ Godfather's the man.
he lets Spenny go wild on opening day. The first opening day, like with Woodward Sports, I'm hosting. I bring Spenny and Easy on stage, and at first they're like, Stick, who the fuck are these guys on stage?
I was wearing sweatpants.
Yeah, I'm like they're with me. They're fine. They're gonna get the party going. Give me a bottle of champagne. They bring me a bottle of champagne. I hand it to Spenny, and he just chugs it on stage. And Godfather's like, "Oh, that guy's cool. He's allowed to do whatever the hell he wants."
Yep.
Hey, and Spenny earned his respect day one.
Hell yeah. That's how you got to do it. Can only make a first impression once.
Yeah.
That is true.
Sweatpants, drinking champagne on stage.
Absolutely.
Lots
Casey
of
Mize
talk.
jersey on.
Lots of talk about the shelter. And so I hope you're
Yep.
happy with yourself right there, Stick. Sam
Shelter's a great
Flannel.
spot.
Sam Flannel. I love the shelter. That was my spot.
Yeah.
Do you remember seeing Sam Flannel in there?
I do not, but I've seen Sam Flannel when he's in the zone, and
Oh, Sam Flannel knows how to
Absolute
range.
madman.
Oh, yeah.
Absolute
A lot
madman.
of elbow work with Sam Flannel.
when he's drunk and dancing, like, dude is sweating like a mother. Like,
Oh, dude, I want to go to a show with Flannel so bad. Pop punk
you will
show.
never question Flannel's effort on the dance floor, ever.
All right, let's do this. Let's take the break. When we come back, I want to get into the Michigan State stuff. And, Spenny, this is where I'm going to run a few things by you
Yep.
and see if you support it.
Yep.
And I want to get your thoughts, too, as a Michigan State alum and the resident Michigan State guy. So we'll discuss it when we come back. We're talking about Ben Johnson, right?
Yes.
All right, absolutely. Ben Johnson, new partner here at Woodward. Happy to have Ben Johnson on board. But look, guys, here's the bottom line. If you've got a crisis, let Ben point the way. Step 1, verify with details and photos. Step 2, engage your attorney. Step 3, notify your insurance provider. Get justice with Ben. That's right. Ben Johnson Law, the fighter.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month?
Love those old school.
How do they like working out in the clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Neil Rule here for Caesar Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. I was watching the White Sox game last night. Big Caesar Sportsbook ad on the scoreboard up there because they're one of the OGs in the game. Scan the QR code on the screen above my head. Use the promo code Woodward1000 when you make your first deposit. That way, when you make your very first bet, all the way up to $1,000, you'll get it back as a free bonus bet if you lose. If you win, you just take your money. If you lose, you get it back as a free bonus bet. Seems pretty simple, doesn't it, everybody?
It does.
And Caesar Sportsbook is simple. The app's not glitchy. It's always clean. You can live bet. The wheel's not spinning on you. And all the markets are available. It pretty much checks every single box in a sportsbook. It's not some place in Antigua or overseas or anything like that, guys. It's Caesar's. Like, what are we talking about here? Caesar Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, back at it.
Antigua was a good pull.
What's that?
Antigua was a good pull. That one got me.
Only Neil.
Well, I'm saying in a,
No love for- that's
previous life, that was your only outlet.
Yeah.
He's got a
No love
timeshare.
for Barbuda, Neil? It's Antigua and Barbuda.
They were active in it too. They were.
I mean, you can't have one without the other. They go hand in hand.
Well, I mean, you know, it depends on who's nicer to you, you know. Neil Rule, stick back with it. D-Mac will be back in tomorrow.
Confirmed.
Confirmed. It is Big D Energy. We'll have some Aiden Hutchinson contract stuff tomorrow on Big D Energy.
Oh, damn.
The media is talking, like the people I trust
What
are
you looking
talking
at,
about
Spenny?
it.
Sophia Simpson.
Oh, okay. I thought like news broke or something.
No, I know.
I
Right?
just- oh, damn. Damn.
Somebody in the chat said to look her up. She's got a dumper on her for sure.
And then tomorrow, you know what's going to follow that, right? Tomorrow. Well, the computer crashed. I can't get VMix connected.
She's a Texas softball player.
I can't get VMix connected.
She's got
the
some
computer.
cake.
Okay, here we go.
Can you at least share with the audience, Spenny?
Yeah,
No,
well,
too
I'm waiting
late.
for him to do that like fade in, fade out that he does.
Too late. I already closed it off.
No, come on.
Sorry.
That's like teasing the audience. You got to let them share in the pleasures.
Justin's become one with the machine.
Justin. Can we at least close the show with a picture of this young lady?
Okay, yeah, I can do
Okay,
that.
thank you.
Woodward Sports chat thread, BigCon51. Neil, I live in Charlotte, home of the Florida Panthers farm team, the Checkers, in the Calder Cup now. Should we be concerned for a long-term run for the Panthers? Big Con, this is like, I think we may do this over the summer at some point. It needs to be addressed, this no tax state stuff. It does.
It does.
It needs
It's
to
a
be
huge
addressed.
issue.
And it's becoming a bigger thing in hockey than people want to talk about, I believe.
I mean, listen, when millions of dollars are on the line, it's definitely a consideration. I mean, they even build it into Madden when you're playing franchise mode and you're trying to sign a guy. It says,
Right.
like, state tax. It says it in there. So that's how big of a deal it is. And
It's real.
damn right I'd rather go play in Florida than Detroit, even though I love Detroit.
If
I
I'm going to make
love the
8%, 10% more money,
Yeah.
15% more money, yeah.
even more than that. I mean,
You know,
you're
like
talking
in
30% more money.
Like Ndamukong Suh did?
yeah. Yeah, and that's
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and I'm not saying that's the sole reason why he left, but it's extra millions always help.
that's what people didn't understand. Like Ndamukong Suh, you know who he befriended when he was at Nebraska? Warren Buffett.
Yeah.
Like, they're tight.
It's a good call.
So, you know,
Yeah,
he wasn't playing with his money.
Him and his sister were about business. Like he was if
Yeah.
he used football to be a businessman. Like he was great at football, but I still don't think that that's his love.
Yeah.
Because he could still play like a couple years ago,
Yeah.
even up to last year if he wanted to. But no, he's happy like creating businesses, tech companies, and stuff like that. So
Got out fairly healthy and
but that's the
had his money.
dream, right?
Right.
Like use your ability, cash it in, and then just go live a good life. And he did it.
Sound Kayak. Money is not everything until it is. Until it is. All right, Spenny, we
Yeah.
got you here. The news dropped. By the way, Tony Paul had that before Pete Thamel did.
Yeah.
I just want that in the streets out there.
Tony Paul's an interesting follow.
Tony Paul's he's my guy, man.
He's an interesting follow.
He had it before Pete Thamel did. Didn't get the credit for it, but he did. But anyway, Jay Batt, the new director of athletics at Michigan State, came from Georgia Tech, where they were a fundraising behemoth, and you saw the effects of that. Because remember, and I didn't hear a lot of people talking about this, Georgia Tech football got better overnight. They were an embarrassment. Like, they were an embarrassment. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, they were competent.
Yeah.
In like a 12-game stretch. Like, they just flipped. And they had that first game, what was it, last year or the year
They
before?
played Florida State last year
Yeah.
in Ireland, and they beat them as 17-point underdogs.
Yeah, and obviously Florida State turned into something that no one saw coming, i.e. they were ranked and won like 3 games or whatever it was. But anyway, the moral of the story is they competed in the ACC. They were good. Like, they were a good college football. Would you rather have Georgia Tech season or Michigan State season?
Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech season. There you go.
I would have probably had Georgia
breaking
Tech.
news in the chat.
Oh.
Sorry to interrupt your Michigan State talk. But, breaking news involving the Lions.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
well, when news breaks, we break in.
Here, let me.
Tristan Colin, guard, center, started 7 games last year for Arizona, signed by the Lions for 1 year, according to the chat. Dante reporting it, several other people reporting it that we trust. So there we go. Some insulation.
Yeah, per Mike Garofalo, the Lions are signing veteran offensive line Tristan Colin to a 1-year deal. The former Ravens and Cardinals guard / center who started 7 games for Arizona last season joins Detroit after the retirement of Frank Ragnow.
You say out of retirement?
After the retirement of Frank Ragnow.
After. I was like, he's joining us out of retirement. Great.
The breakdown on it, and I have it right here as a matter of fact. This comes from Richard Silva of the Detroit News. Colin has more than 1,000 snaps over the last 5 seasons, with the majority coming at right guard and left guard. Played 242 snaps at center in 20 and 21, 15 reps at the position since 2022. Stepped in at right guard for Arizona last season, 7 starts after Will Hernandez's injury. So, again, that comes courtesy of Richard Silva of the Detroit News. So, I mean,
Veteran depth piece, yeah.
I mean, he's not bad according to PFF. His grades are 29th out of 136 guards, 50 out of 136 guards on pass blocking, run blocking, 42nd out of 136 guards. So I don't know a ton about him.
Yeah.
Fits the profile of someone that would be available right now. I mean, what did you think? Like, you weren't going in and get prime Olin Kuntz, like it wasn't going to go that way.
Yeah.
Well, I like it. 386 snaps, 0 sacks allowed, 1 penalty. So a heady player. So there we go. Offensive snap played. Yeah.
Went to Mizzou.
Oh, intern Simeon dropping the bomb on there. Per intern Simeon, Tristan Colin went to Mizzou. So he knows about being 7-1 the first 8 games of the season. Okay.
He's only played 6 snaps at center, though.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
It's a veteran piece. That's
372 snaps at right guard, though. That's his probably natural position. So there
Yeah.
you go.
So, again, fits the profile, right? You can put him in a couple of different places.
Yep.
Maybe they'll bring him in. They'll see what he's got at the center spot. Will he be a starter? I don't know. Probably not this second. But at some point, I'll tell you
insulation.
It's insulation.
Yeah.
It's if one of the rookies or one of the young guys isn't performing how they should, you've got a guy that's played in the NFL before, and you can put him in there.
I'll say this. The resume, just reading the resume without seeing film, and I'm not a huge film guy anyway, the resume dictates how good your film is to me. But with that being said, it's one of those things where, given the situation, given where you are right now, it's about as good as you can do. There haven't been cuts yet, like mass cuts or anything like that. Those are coming, by the way. Those are coming. But with that being said, Stick, that's about as well as you can do. And if you expected more than that, then I can't help you.
I didn't even expect that, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So
Me too.
I'm okay with it. It's like Spenny said, it's insulation. If they were gonna roll with the rookies, we would have rolled with the rookies too. I trust Brad Holmes, and if this is a guy that they identified as the best prospect that they could get at this time, and they went and got him, he's a Lion now. He's my guy.
Yeah.
I love Colin.
Well, in that ilk, Mike G, nothing wrong with having a healthy colon in the room.
There we are.
And if you look at it, this is like we talked about yesterday. I think everybody has been saying, Graham Glasgow is more than likely going to start the season as the center. So you're going out there with Graham at the center, and then if Mahogany or Ratledge or whoever those guards, if they're not performing like they should, you've got a veteran you can play at guard and be comfortable with. It's a good move. Like Stick said, I didn't even expect that, but yeah, solid pickup.
I was expecting that money to go to Anzalone or somebody else and try to work it into maybe Aiden's contract. But, they're already taking some of that money and putting it to good work.
We'll see with the contract. He might not even make the team. Like, if you look at...
It's a 1-year deal.
Yeah.
So,
prove it. Right. You were unemployed 12 hours ago.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine it's bank busting or anything like that. Woodward Sports chat thread. Greatbeard78 brings up a good question, though. But can he play edge?
I don't think so.
No? Can't go opposite Aiden Hutchinson?
No, I don't
probably
think so.
could. I think you could put anybody opposite Aiden Hutchinson, to be honest with you, and they'd be serviceable.
Adis411, next year in the draft, center is a #1 priority. Spenny, they called me a madman.
It's true. I don't think it's the #1 priority next year in the draft.
I would agree with that.
I think you've got 3 young interior offensive linemen that you just drafted. So I think you're pretty good going forward.
But if it is, where they'll probably be drafting
probably the best one
is about where you can get the best one.
Yep.
So if you're going to have a problem or you're going to have a draft priority, center's probably one of the best one to have, I guess.
Yep.
And Brad, I trust. If he wants to go wide receiver, I'm not going to hate him.
Yeah. Neither am I.
I'm sorry, but, they'll identify the center they want. And we don't know what Ratledge is going to be, how he's going to turn out.
I think he's going to be the center of the future.
Real cream of wheat. Colon is a very fine organ. Top 5 organs.
Top 5 organs next week.
I mean, that's a fun one.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I think you guys could have some fun with that.
Are we gonna pencil it in?
You want to run it?
Yeah.
Top 5 organs.
Sounds good to me.
Some fun with some organs.
What liver, kidney, heart,
Church.
lungs are an organ, right?
Yeah.
Do you happen to know what your biggest organ is?
Your skin.
Your skin, right?
Yeah.
Epidermis.
Skin's pretty important. Yeah. Church.
Yeah.
Hockey game.
Yeah. Hockey
old
organ.
school hockey game.
Gonads.
Shout out Adam Morency.
Oregon State.
Oregon State.
Oregon State's a good one. Organ donor.
Yeah.
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 There's a lot.
McLovin.
There's a lot there.
There's lots of organs to work with.
There we go. All right, top 5 organs next week. Someone asked too in the chat. Top 5 fish here. So
You guys want to get to that next? Are we doing that now?
I
I mean, you guys want to go back to your Michigan State talk? We can do that.
Art Vandelay. He played every game last year for the Cardinals. I thought he played 7 games.
Played 7
Yeah,
games.
that's what I thought.
Maybe every game he was signed with them?
Maybe. Greg 2025. Not many Ragnows out there. No. No, they are not. Also, too, Jason Kenny, Glasgow has been working with Frank and is prepared to be center. He was the center during Goff's perfect game.
It's like being the catcher during a no-hitter.
That is true.
You know? Goff had a perfect game.
Yeah, weird.
Wait, did that happen?
It did.
Yeah.
Didn't he have a couple of them?
No,
I know he had a couple perfect halves.
He had like 3 perfect halves, or it was like 4 perfect halves in a row.
That's pretty good.
Because there was like one at the second half, then a full game, and then the first half of the next game.
That's a pretty good stretch.
That's a very good stretch.
Now, this is a great question. Dirty Dr. D, who's a doctor, so I'm surprised that he would ask this question because I figure he would have the answer. However, Dirty Dr. D says, does the main vein count as an organ?
No, that's a vein.
It's also a sex organ, right?
But I thought he was just referring to the vein in the organ.
I don't know.
We'll have to check with Dr. Clappin Cheeks.
Okay. All right, let's do
Maybe
this.
they can ask Dr. Pierce tomorrow on E&E.
We should get some clarification.
Okay, let's do this. We'll break. We'll do top 5. We'll come back from that. We'll do Michigan State. We got a Lions thing, and that'll probably carry us through.
Yep. There we go.
Is that fair?
Boom.
Top 5
I got a
picks.
fantasy football draft tonight if you guys want to talk rookie fantasy football. Dynasty League rookies tonight.
You're a dork, dude.
Oh, I'm a geek.
You're a flat-out
I
dork.
wanted to do it.
That's how I know everything.
Yeah.
That's why I am right 90% of the time.
Tell them about the socials, Manny.
I will tell them about the socials because if you want to see the best content in Detroit sports, all you got to do is follow Woodward Sports on every social media platform: YouTube, Instagram, X, Facebook, TikTok, Twitch. Make sure you follow at Woodward Sports on all those different platforms. Like I said, the best content in the city at Woodward Sports.
Hey, Tony, what's up, bro?
Same circus, different clowns.
For sure. You want the usual, the big zip?
You know me too well.
Now throw a little something extra in there for your ma.
Oh,
Hope
man.
she's doing all right.
Ay, guy, sei un santo. You're a saint.
All right, buddy, we'll see you next time, okay?
Grazie.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
Head to WoodwardSports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward Sports gear. WoodwardSports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at WoodwardSports.com. Enough Detroit sports. Make sure you listen to Ermanni and Edwards with Maz. Next, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. on the Woodward Sports Network.
Neil Rule here for Woodward Merch, the very best in Detroit sports wearables. There's other media entities out there that are trying to trot out their line of Detroit sports wearables. They don't have a Boot 'em Kid shirt. That's all I know. So shop.woodwardsports.com. Lions play the Rams. You're required to wear a Boot 'em Kid shirt. I don't say that. A certain quarterback in the NFL's wife said that.
Yeah.
We boo children here in Detroit. So lean into it, everybody. Get your Boot 'em Kid shirt. There's a whole line of football wearables, baseball. You'll be down at Comerica Park a lot. Again, shop.woodwardsports.com.
Hey, we boo kids, she bangs backups, you know,
I can't speak
what
to
are we
that.
talking about?
Yeah, what are we talking about here? Huh? Hour number 2, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. My guy Stick here in for D-Mac. My name is Neil Rule. Chasing the Chase Lounge. Intern Simeon in
Shout
the
out.
chair. Also, too, Tristan Colin just signed by the Lions. He's an interior offensive lineman, has experience left guard, right guard, a little bit of center. Mizzou grad, as intern Simeon let us know, who is also a Mizzou guy. Spencer Raxter in the building, and most importantly, all of you, real cream of wheat. Hashtag Boot 'em Kids.
Boot 'em kids.
That's a great bit.
It is.
I didn't make it though.
We didn't
She
start
made
it. Yeah.
It's what we were told we are.
Yep. We
So-
are people who boo kids here in Detroit.
Yes. Andrew Schmidt. I'm proud to boot him kids. I boo my own kids every day. The real ones know,
The
Andrew.
real
Schmidt.
ones know.
When they deserve to be booed, you boo them kids.
That's how I motivate my children.
Right.
They mess up. Boo! You suck.
Yeah, you're not going to sleep. Boo!
Look what you did, you little jerk.
Boo, you kids. Boo, Pittsburgh.
Yes. Brendan Dillinger, top 5 nude beaches. Haven't spent a lot of time at nude beaches.
I don't think
Nude
I've
beaches
ever been
have
to a
mostly
nude beach.
old dudes at them.
Yeah.
Just to let you know. If you haven't seen Euro Trip, that is like a great
True.
what people think nude beaches are.
Scotty
Spenny, I
does it?
slacked
No.
something for you for my top 5.
Yes.
After we do number 1, I want to play that if possible.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
All right. Can't wait for that. Now we get to the portion of the show that I just wait for it to be over, but you guys like it. So, whatever. We'll keep doing it. No, it is a great bit. I do enjoy it. It is a lot of fun. We step out of sports for about 13 minutes. So everybody just calm down. It is our Wednesday top 5 list this week in honor of Frank Ragnow. Avid fisherman. Great pull by Stick here. Top 5 fish. Spencer Raxter. Why is it a top 5?
It's half as boring as a top 10.
The math checks out. Spencer Raxter, your top 5 fish.
All right, my top 5 fish.
Here we go.
And Ryan put me in a dress for some reason to get his sick fantasies. At number 5, I have Freddy Fish. I mean, if you guys have never played Freddy Fish growing up, I had it.
Never heard of it.
It was a computer game that I had. Very niche reference there, but Freddy Fish was a good game. It was between that and Rainbow Fish. I don't know if you guys ever read the book Rainbow Fish, but yeah, it was one of those two was going to be in my top 5. At number 4, I've got catfish because I love catfish. Fried catfish, I will eat. Hey, so some hot sauce. Come on, what are we talking about?
You're right.
At number 3, I've got the alligator gar. I think they're just badass, cool looking. I remember watching some video, some TV show of a guy fishing, and he's like, "That right there's alligator gar," and that's just stuck with me my whole life for some reason. A very audio thing, audio stem that is stuck with me my whole life. At number 2, I've got the thick fish from Shark Tale.
Of
now,
course. Angelina
let me.
Jolie.
I forget who voices this
Angelina
fish.
Jolie.
Angelina Jolie. There it is. Let me get a picture of this real quick. I'm trying to do this on the fly because I did not prepare for it. But
that's all right, Spenny. I have
Yes.
in the chat, by the way. I'll give you a second to do that. And then it just. Oh, here it is. Mike G. Spenny is sexy in green.
I'm sexy and green. Well,
Saying why he cute.
I don't know how to take
what
that
color
one,
his
Mike
dress
G.
is?
But
He's a thick one in green.
I truly appreciate it.
What'd you have, Chase?
I said, is that what color his dress is?
Yeah.
Yes.
I struggle with
you
colors.
colorblind, Chase?
Oh, yeah, I struggle with colors.
Wow, I never knew that about Chase.
I didn't either. I got a good buddy of mine that's colorblind too. That's
So
weird.
what colors can you see?
That's just hard to see. It looked black to me.
The dress looks black to you? Wow.
I mean, if you zoom in on it, I'm sure I could look at it better, but just from the distance, it's hard for me to see. So when you guys said, "Oh, he looks good in green," I'm
You
assuming
just got to take our word for it.
Yeah.
It's always fascinated me.
So this is the shark, the thick fish from Shark Tale that I was talking about. So,
Spenny,
yeah.
that fits your profile.
It's Angelina
that
Jolie.
tracks.
So, and then at number 1, I've got Samuel Fisher. He's the best.
Shout out Fish.
Best fish there is.
He was going to be my honorable mention.
Love that guy. Shout out Fish, man. Just absolute legend.
Shout out Fish.
So there it is. That's my
Spenny,
top
very
5.
good job.
Thank
Rock
you.
solid as always.
Thank you.
Your lists are always one of the more anticipated lists, and you always deliver.
I do what I can.
Now, on the other side of the spectrum here,
Yes.
intern Simeon is making his debut for top 5 fish. A lot of pressure on the Mizzou guy. What do you know about Tristan Colin?
Nothing.
Nothing?
He preceded my time.
Okay.
Apparently, he played center the entire time at Mizzou, though. So.
Oh, well, there it
He
is.
can snap the ball.
So,
Maybe.
good thing he's here.
Yeah.
Good thing he's here.
So there you guys have
Inside information.
Tristan Colin,
Every game in
intern
18
Simeon, a
and
Mizzou. He tends Mizzou right now. Let you know he played center his entire career at Mizzou. So
Dude,
without any
Ryan,
further ado,
shut the-
Simeon, your top 5 fish.
All right, let's do it.
Don't screw this
It's
up.
about to be boring.
Yeah, don't mess this up,
Yep.
kid.
Straight fresh water.
Straight fresh water.
Number 5, trout. That's in honor of Frank Ragnow. I've
Shout
been
out.
told that's his favorite fish.
Okay.
Pretty sure. That's what I've been told. That's in his honor. Number 4, bluegill. Shout out my boy at Mizzou, Evan. He loves catching bluegills, so that's for him.
They're fun.
Now we get into it. Pike 3, hard to catch.
Piker.
Fun to catch.
Fun to catch. And when you get them and you cook them right, we could be talking about
With all those
number one.
bones in there?
If you clean it and cook it right, could be the best fish to eat.
They're assholes, though, man.
Yeah,
Like,
they
they
got
are
teeth.
like,
Pain in the ass.
yeah, dude, and they
That's
want to
why-
bite you.
Yeah, they do want to bite
They
you.
want to bite
Pain
you.
in the ass to catch. They make it worth it though. Walleye and see 1 and 2 here. This is 1A, 1B.
Okay.
Walleye and perch are both.
I'm a perch guy.
outstanding.
Yeah.
I am perch guy. Perch is number 1 for me, but both the best fish to eat by far. Not even close. And fun to catch.
I like whitefish too. Whitefish.
Whitefish are
Bet
good,
you
too.
do.
All right.
Battered whitefish.
Racist.
All right, Simeon, that was a C. We need a little more color out of you next time. Yeah.
That was
a
good
little more,
delivery.
No, that's
good
who he is.
delivery.
It's-
We need a little
it's
more
your
color
list.
next time.
Yeah.
You did pop me a little bit with the all freshwater fish.
All
That was
fresh-
pretty fun.
yeah.
I'll give you that. All right.
Noah's saying we got to turn his mic up. That is not the problem, Noah. Tell him the problem, Neil. The mic doesn't need to be up. You actually need to talk
Yeah,
into
say
the
it with-
microphone.
Say it with some
Into the
bass in your voice too.
Yep.
These
So-
mics, you can't be back here.
Yeah, you gotta get a little closer to the mic next time. But
I'll
but
lean
there
up.
you go.
I'll
All
lean
in
up.
all, rock solid.
Yeah, good job, Simeon.
Simeon. Yes. Somebody asked for an SEC breakdown for you. We will get that before
That'll
you
happen.
leave to go back to
Absolutely.
Mizzou.
No question.
We will have a SEC segment. All right.
doubt. I'm ready.
Chase, your top 5 fish.
Yeah, my top 5 fish. That's me and JB with the
Shout out.
Firestone Firehawk down at the Grand Prix. But,
Shout out to Firehawk, dude.
Yeah. Number 5, Barracuda. It's got. I don't know how the song goes. but-
Barracuda.
Yeah. Shout out
Barracuda.
Guitar Hero 3, Legends of Rock.
Bum, bum.
It's got a song named after it. It's the Apex Predator. So,
I saw you
yeah.
again. That's a banger, dude. Great song.
You hit that note pretty well.
Yeah.
Tons of-
did.
a many talents.
Apex predatory rayfish. It's up there. Pretty badass. Number 4, tuna. They can be like the slipjacks are really small, but like the Atlantic, like the Pacific, the Atlantic bluefin tuna, the Pacific tuna, they can get massive, like up to 13 feet, like a ton. Have you ever seen like they have a show, Wicked Tuna? So I mean that has to give them the nod. Up above them though, they're called the Silver Kings. They're big game fish, tarpons. They're pretty fun.
Yeah.
Pretty badass.
I want to do that, like
Yeah.
the ocean, deep sea, marlins, tarpons,
Yeah,
tuna, all
tarpon's
that
a sick
stuff.
name too.
Yeah, it is a good.
And then I went with the sailfish. I was kind of looking through the list of different billfish, and I think it's the giant sail on the back of it is what kind of makes it a little bit of a cut above the rest. I found out the difference between marlin and swordfish and other different types of billfish. Just diving into that, and then number 1. Rumor has it this might be what the Loch Ness Monster truly was, sturgeon. They can get up to 27 feet long. They are huge. They're massive. They can live for 100 years.
And they're here.
Even longer. And yeah, they're here in Michigan. They're all over. They're in Scotland. They're in Loch Ness. And honestly, if you're asking me to bet on it, my money is Nessie is truly a sturgeon that somebody saw in the water. They're a big-ass fish.
Saltwater dominant list.
Yeah.
From Chase.
Yeah.
So there we've
Lot of
seen
saltwater there.
both sides of it.
I was
right
face
there.
to face with a barracuda when I was snorkeling in St. Thomas. I pump faked him. He swam away.
And he swam
Barracuda,
away.
right,
Was
swam
that
away.
for Nemo's
Fuck
mom?
you.
You were
Is that
you were
for Nemo's
That
mom?
was for Nemo's mom.
you were willing to die, weren't
was
you?
willing to
Coral.
die.
Her name's Coral.
Woodward
I'm the
Sports.
son of Poseidon. I was born in the water. I'm ready to go.
Mike G, intern Simeon, solid list, unsalted, homie, respect. So there's that out there as well. Adiz 411, fish fillet, McDonald's, big fish sandwich.
I've never
Burger
had a
King.
fish fillet. We were talking
What'd she
about that
order?
on heavyweights yesterday. I've never had a fish fillet from McDonald's.
Really?
It's
I like
solid.
the Arby's fish sandwich is good, but I've never had a fish
Yeah,
fillet.
it's pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Let's be real. The tartar sauce makes the sandwich.
Yep. For sure.
Let's
Deep fried cod. It'll
Yeah.
be okay.
let's cut the ish. Like we know that. Stick, I'm looking forward. DNC ENT, you can tell who the outdoorsman is here. Stick,
Yes.
your top 5 fish. In honor of Frank Ragnow, your top.
And I gotta say, I had some audibles.
It's good stuff.
Gotta
That's
say,
not
I
hard
had some
to do.
audibles in this because mine and your original list were very similar. I walked in, Ryan was making his, so I had a few things on here. The puffer fish, it's poison. It'll
Yeah.
kill you. And if you're a big fan of The Simpsons, there's a whole healthy fish, killing fish. Like, I love
That's
that
fair.
part of it. So the puffer fish, salmon. I mean, like if we're talking eating, salmon is where. What the hell? I don't think he put my proper list on here.
Uh-oh.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh no! Hold on.
Dun, dun.
But salmon's on that list because that's what I get on my salads. That's what I'll order at a restaurant when
Salmon's
I want to
delicious.
fish. Salmon is goated in my book. Bluegill. Used to go up to Houghton Lake
They're
when I
fun.
was a kid. catch like 10,000
Caught so many bluegill
bluegill,
in my
and then
life.
you'd skin them, and then you get like this much meat off them, and Grandma would fry them up. That just brings back some good memories of Houghton Lake. This was supposed to be Noble Fish, number 2. Noble Fish Sushi.
Good call.
In Clawson.
Noble Fish is
Best
so
sushi
good.
place in Michigan. If you've never had it,
Really?
go to Noble Fish.
I gotta pull up.
Noble
Dude,
Fish is really good.
It like the places that have good sushi around here, they get their fish from Noble Fish. So they're like the supplier.
Okay.
The other places are the plug. They're the supplier.
They're the supplier. All right,
yeah,
I got
so just
you.
go directly to the source. Go to Noble Fish.
Fair.
And then number 1,
Fish.
the man, the myth, the legend. His name is Sam Fisher. And you want to play this now, Spenny, or you want to do it after Neil?
We should do it right now.
Yeah.
Okay, and if you don't know who Fish is, Fish used to be on the morning show, and our sound guy here when we first started Woodward Sports. Absolute legend.
An electric factory.
One of my favorite people of all time.
Called Joik Bell a bitch to his face.
Called Joik Bell a bitch several times on air to his face.
That was
You're
a bitch. How about dude?
You want the air on? Come before the show.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite Fishes. But this is when Fish did not get the nuance of what we meant by pillows.
Yes.
We were talking about pillows in a different context, but Fish took it very literal.
Can we hang on though? We didn't take a second to appreciate pillows at all.
Oh,
like we have to take a second. Those are different pillows.
Those are different pillows. They look just as comfy though.
Those are like the hotel type of pillows that you can't find anywhere except right there.
But can we have a moment?
I gotta talk about that.
You gotta talk about what, Fish?
So I have a pillow which is, I don't know how old, it's a lot old. It's got one side soft, one side firm. I bought my pillow on vacation. My parents made fun of me. I'm like, you don't want to sleep on your own pillow? They're like, hell no. I bought my pillow on vacation. I said, fucking, I'm bringing my pillow.
Well, I'll tell you what, if those were my pillows that Art just had up on the screen, I would be taking them everywhere.
Everywhere. Would you take that pillow with you, Fish?
You like those pillows, Fish?
I would have to feel them first.
Fish. Electric factory.
Oh, I
man.
love Fish, dude. One of the best
legends.
humans.
Some reaction in the chat. Justin from North Carolina in the super chat. You can tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish. So there's that out there as well. Real cream of wheat. I'm with Fish on this one. So there it is.
Yep.
I'd have to feel them first.
Facts.
I mean,
so innocent, but so awesome.
When he was reading the Michael Rappaport and Kevin Durant text live on air, Easy's got all these videos. I gotta have him send them.
We should do a Fish highlight video and put it up on YouTube.
We did that for the heavyweights when we first started. We ended every episode with a Fish clip.
Mike G. Fish was a beauty. John Epping Lord. Fish greater than flannel. AC. Sam's little bro. So there's that one out there. Also.
Fish the goat.
Robert
you knew
Colosia.
Fish liked you when he would call you by your full name. Because I knew
Neil
when I
Rule,
finally
yeah.
met it. How you doing, Spencer Raxter? What's up, Fish?
That is true.
Yeah.
Hello, Sam Stick Day.
Yeah.
That is true. That is true.
Calls you by the full government.
The Fish segments were content gold. They absolutely were. All right, least and last. My top 5 Fish. And here we go, everybody. I always like to take a second to see. That's pretty on brand right there.
Lore accurate Neil right there.
That is true.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Biblically accurate Neil.
Number 5, goldfish. They're very versatile.
Yeah.
They're a great snack. Also, too, they're great as a pet for the children because they usually only live like a month. You only got to deal with them for that finite amount of time, and then they don't want pets anymore. So there it is. Number 4, fish and chips. Cod, perch, all of it.
Chips.
Whatever. Yeah. Elite. But fish and chips are only as good as a tartar sauce. Remember that. Number 3, bluegill.
Yep.
Good. We got a bluegill spot up by where we live where we'll go fishing. If it's been a minute since we caught fish, I'll take them up to the bluegill. Just to get them back into
turning,
it. Get them excited.
Grease the wheels a little bit.
100%. Number 2, bass.
Yep.
I love bass. They have good size. They've got pretty decent fight. They're fun to catch. And when you do catch them and reel them in, they want what you want. They want to be off the hook and back in the water.
Yep.
I want them off the hook and back in the water.
Oh, you don't keep them?
No, I want to unhook them and send them back on their way.
Yeah. Not a bass.
The only bass you know in your mall is the big mouth Billy bass.
That is true.
Yeah, and like they don't fight you. They're not dicks like pike are. They wait. Like they're patient. They're like, hey, I know this guy's gonna unhook me and throw me back in, and everybody will be fine.
Yep.
So a lot of respect to bass. Number 1, salmon. Great to catch.
A lot of respect.
Elite to eat.
Yeah.
Once I did catch one, and I did clean it with the supervision of somebody who knew what they were doing. And I came home from up north, and that night I had it on the grill. And
That's sweet.
It was phenomenal.
Yeah.
To this day, that's the best salmon I ever ate. I don't know if that's like a placebo thing.
No, that's just
facts.
Facts.
Yeah. All right.
Fresh
Okay.
caught. Fresh. Yeah.
Part of being a man.
Yeah.
You kill your own food. It
Yeah.
tastes better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look,
Yeah. And I did.
Free food, caught food. Mm-hmm. Like that's how the scale of food tastes go.
I would agree with you on that. Mike G, I love salmon. Neil, do you eat sushi? I do. I like sushi.
I'm glad tilapia wasn't on anybody's list because tilapia is a dirty poop fish.
Orange Ruffy. If you guys want to
Orange
talk,
Ruffy's really
if
good.
you want to talk about the branding, Orange Ruffy was called like monkfish or something
Yeah, I was
10
about
years
to
ago.
say, they've renamed
And then it
certain
changed
fish.
its name to Orange Ruffy.
Now everybody
and
gets
now everybody loves it. So if you guys rebrands can happen.
Rebrands can happen.
Be monkfish. Become Orange Ruffy.
Yeah.
There you go.
Sounds so much
Don't
better.
settle for monkfish. Be your Orange Ruffy.
Yeah, like isn't that funny? They just switched the name for no arbitrary reason.
I want to know. I want to see.
They wanted to sell more.
I want to see the Council of Fish just
Right.
being like, yes, now it will be named Orange Ruffy.
Maybe no one wants to eat something called monkfish. What if we called it Orange Ruffy?
I wonder who sits on the Council
You know what?
of Fish.
Brendan Dillinger, good take. Minnows, honorable mention.
Yeah, good bait.
Yeah.
Fun to watch.
Just eat them live. I've eaten a lot of minnows in my day. Just pull them out.
You ate a live minnow?
Yeah. What? Yeah. Come on now.
Yeah, you guys know the Chilean sea bass used to be called the Patagonian toothfish, and nobody wanted. But they're like,
Right.
but Chilean sea bass. You're like, that sounds
Patagonia, fuck that.
Yeah.
Chili? Hell
Teeth?
yeah.
No thanks.
Nitty gritty. How can you not love fish? Stick, very solid. Very solid list. I
Thank you.
thoroughly enjoyed it.
I liked yours too, honestly. Like that's why when I went in the back, I was like, "Is this my list?" He's like, "No, it's Neil's." I'm like, "All right, I gotta change." That's why I changed bass to noble fish, but he didn't switch it on the graphic.
Yeah, he said that's his bad in the chat.
No big deal.
I'm making fish tonight, as a matter of fact. Putting some
Nice.
on the grill. So in honor of you, Stick, you made that happen.
I've been
Are you
making
gonna go
steak
catch
bites
it?
the past couple nights.
No, I'm not going to go
Delicious.
catch it. I'm going to go to the store and buy it.
You guys didn't eat minnows when you were a little kid?
No, Spencer, we did not. We're normal.
I'd put a hook through their eye and fish with them.
That's
Yeah.
fair. I almost put smelt on my list. I love smelt. Smelt's a good fish.
All right, when we come back, the Michigan State stuff. And I want to see how comfortable Spenny is.
It's fair.
Because there's going to be some hard truths
I'm pretty comfortable right
that
now.
come attached with
Shout
Michigan
out
State
Loom, dude.
athletics.
Feeling pretty good right now.
Shout out Loom. There you go. Where are we going?
Let's go do Feldman. Let me tell you about Feldman. Feldman Chevrolet. Good to have them back. We're going to their outing next week, Monday. The Mark Wahlberg and Feldman golf outing. So make sure you guys stay tuned for a lot of that coverage. It's going to be very fun. But if you want a car to go to the Mark Wahlberg Feldman golf outing, you can go to Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer. They have 5 different locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing. You see the deals they got there. You can scan the QR code on the screen to check out their full, massive inventory. It's Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in the clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app online or in club and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Hey, Tony, what's up, bro?
Same circus, different clowns.
For sure. You want the usual, the big zip?
You know me too well.
I threw a little something extra in there for your ma.
Oh,
Hope
man.
she's doing all right.
Ay, guy, sei un santo. You're a saint.
All right, buddy, we'll see you next time, okay?
Grazie.
Head to WoodwardSports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward Sports gear. WoodwardSports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at WoodwardSports.com.
Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It is wicked awesome. You know why? Well, for several reasons. One, you can walk in anytime. The other is the scalp massage. The other, the shoulder rub. And then, of course, that precision haircut that you're going to get when you walk in, with locations all over Metro Detroit. Why don't you stop on in today? Look clean this summer. Have a nice neckline. Your mom would be proud of you. Lady Jane's. It's wicked awesome.
All right, keeping it pushing. Neil Rule, stick in for D-Mac. D-Mac will be back tomorrow. All of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread, Justin Station. Neil probably never had perch. Bro, I born and raised in Michigan.
Yeah, come on, dude.
Like, come on, bro. We have Chase.
We've been to VFW Fish Fries.
Yeah,
what are you
100%.
talking about?
Who are we talking about
We
here?
pull up on Fridays.
Yeah. Intern
Shout
Simeon
out to
Spencer.
KOC Fish Fries.
Yeah, like, come on, guys. What are we doing here? Be better.
I'm a member of the Lord's Holy Army. I'm a Knight of Columbus.
There you go.
You're going on
Can I give a quick shout out?
Time to be called back to defend the motherland or the father, whatever land.
Who should we shout out?
The Old Detroit Sports Bar and Grill, the new one in Rochester.
Yeah.
It just opened. I had lunch there yesterday or on Monday with some good people. Shout out Victor, shout out Nick, shout out everybody out there, and they gave me this lovely hat. Good people. They want to do some watch parties and stuff too. So
Hell yeah.
if you're in the Rochester area, good people. Swing
up.
on by. Tell them Woodward Sports sent you.
Shout out.
Dude, Rochester's got it popping, man.
Yeah, it's a good location. It's right there on like Tinkin in Rochester, so it's a little like north of downtown Rochester.
Yeah,
It's a good spot.
Very cool spot.
Good spot.
All right. We touched on it. Then there was breaking Lions news, by the way. And look, you can
Sorry to break up that convo.
No, that's fine. Like you can subscribe to the podcast wherever you get podcasts. Big D Energy. You can rewind, fast forward, all of that. If you're not feeling top 5 fish list, shout out fish. You can fast forward, rewind, all of it wherever you get your podcast.
You should have Easy send you a fish clip that we can end the show with.
Okay. Spenny, we touched on it. We started on it. Michigan State named a new athletic director, Jay Batt, the new vice president, the university's next vice president and director of intercollegiate athletics. Okay, he's the AD. So that's what it is. Comes from Georgia Tech, among other Power 5 schools. He brought in money.
Bag man.
Big time money. Now look.
Bag man.
No, look. Is it easier to bring in money to downtown Atlanta than it is to East Lansing?
Downtown Atlanta, I was born. Shout out Future.
Right.
Yeah.
Shout out T.I., all of them.
Shout out.
But, yes, it is easier. But, Spenny, with that being said, this is a one reason and one reason only hire.
Mm-hmm.
And I will give Michigan State props for this because I didn't expect Michigan State to do this. They care about one thing with this hire, at least on surface. One thing. We got to get money.
Mm-hmm.
Because we are at a crossroads in time right now, certainly in the Big Ten. Certainly in the Big Ten, and we're seeing it already. The Illinois, the Northwesterns, there's becoming a divide.
Yep.
And what did we see in the SEC? Vanderbilt has stepped their game up.
They did.
They're a bowl-eligible team now and stuff like that. Spenny, they had to do this hire.
Yes.
Had to.
Absolutely.
They had no choice.
Absolutely.
You couldn't go in the Michigan State family like they've done for the last 20 years.
No, it doesn't work. And you look at the guys that he is going to be talking to, he's going to be bumping elbows with. Like, there's no excuse when you have guys like Gilbert and Goris and Ishbia. Like,
Right.
these are
Titans.
guys that you could get fucking money out of. So
Right.
this is a guy that created, started, and implemented a 10-year, $600 million organization in Alabama to get money to Crimson Tide when he was the assistant GM over there, or assistant AD over there. So, yeah, bagman, fucking love it. Go talk to those big wigs, say, hey, guys, I know you love your school. You want to see Izzo win a second? You want to see us back in the college football playoff? Break us off a couple mil each. So, I'm exactly what you needed to do. Great hire. Great
doubt.
hire.
And from that perspective, Stick, like, you know what I do like about this? They're not playing any games with it. You know. Their actions tell you that they know. They know what they have to do. And it's going to lead to some very, I think, as we get down the road with this, it's going to lead to some very uncomfortable conversations in and around Michigan State athletics. And I think you know what I mean when I say
In the
that.
state of Michigan, you mean?
No, like Michigan State
Okay.
athletics.
Yeah, listen, money's the name of the game now, and Michigan State, they have the donors, but from my understanding, the back end of that is kind of disjointed. There's not really like a streamline of how they get all the money together, the beneficiaries. It's just kind of scattered. You know, when there's other programs that are just major focused with boosters, they know how much money they're getting every year. Michigan State really hasn't evolved their system, from my understanding. So this guy coming in and being able to just kind of restructure and re-rack the whole damn thing and get some money flowing, because, Spenny, you brought it up. If you got Matt Ishbia in your corner, like, you don't even need
Tom
anybody
Gores
else.
And Dan Gilbert.
Yeah, those are three of the richest men in America that love sports. It's not just like they're rich dudes because they, came up with the cure for something.
Mm-hmm.
They are sports guys. So if you can't tap them on the shoulder and try to make this program a little bit better, I'm not sure, because State is becoming irrelevant very fast.
And lots of schools are. Lots of schools are.
And it's good to see that they're okay, fine, we're going to play the game, right? Like, they're not going to get passed by it any more than they already have.
And
but
that's
they were kind of pioneers of the transfer portal when that was big, though. I mean, they got probably arguably the best transfer portal poll of all time in Kenneth Walker. Can you name a better one?
He's definitely up. Joe Burrow.
Jameson Williams.
Was Joe Burrow in the transfer portal, or did he just switch schools? Like, was that? I think that was before the portal, right?
I'm not sure.
Anyway,
but
either way, but you get what I'm saying.
But it's on that level.
But
Yes.
like, MSU was almost ahead of the time that year, but then it just seemed like they lost their Midas touch, and maybe they just got lucky and they didn't really know what the hell.
I would subscribe to the latter.
Maybe they didn't know what the hell they were doing. They just happened to fall upon this dude from Wake Forest, but like they did, and that's part of their history.
He was so good, dude. That was so much fun.
Dude, he was ridiculous. I mean, he's a hell of a pro too.
Yep.
Like, that's the thing. Like, you got a professional running back, but they didn't get ahead of the game on the money. Like, they lost out on Bryce Underwood. You know why Bryce Underwood's going to Michigan? They came with the bag. And I think when Bryce Underwood visited LSU and they started throwing batteries at him and shit, not at him in particular, but because the team was having a bad game. Like, if I'm a recruit, I'm not going there.
They were throwing batteries at people?
Yeah, that was last year. Wow. He went down for his visit on a game that they played a shit game, and the fans were just not having it. I think it was a rivalry game, and they just went absolutely ape shit. And he was down there on the sidelines. Like, I wouldn't go to that school, especially when Michigan's 30 minutes from me and offering me $10 million or whatever the hell they paid him.
Spenny, we're going to go through this and combine the breaks.
Okay.
The next break. Real cream of wheat. No one says Hotlanta down here. I love, too, that we have people in every city.
It's true.
Every city in America that are watching
Countries.
the show.
We're worldwide.
Worldwide. Mr. Worldwide.
Germany, Japan.
Noah Messi. It's nice knowing
South
that
Korea.
Michigan is easily making the playoffs this year. Here we go.
They kind of are.
I feel like everybody makes the playoffs.
I would be surprised if Michigan didn't make the playoffs this year.
Freshman quarterback, though, man. He's still a freshman.
Their schedule. We looked at their schedule.
I know he's a chosen one.
We looked at their schedule on Monday.
That Oklahoma game is going to tell you a lot.
It's tough to find 3 losses on that schedule.
Bryce Underwood is
I understand that.
exceptionally
I understand
good.
that.
I've called high
I'm
school
scared of
football
Bryce
games for
Underwood.
the past 4 years in this state, all over the state, and what this guy is, the way he can throw the ball is just special. It's special.
I
It's
understand
different.
that.
It's different.
I do.
Because I'm not a big hype guy. I hate when people tell me I'm supposed to like something or tell me something's great. I got to call a Brighton game, or not a Brighton, Belleville game last year, and he lived up to the hype.
Sean says the same thing from the games he did.
What the hell does Sean Belesian know? Oh, hey, it's Sean Belesian.
Oh, look at say his name and he appears.
No, look, he was
different.
Different.
His ability to keep things alive, the effortless throw. It was like, remember Randall Cunningham?
Yep, flick of the wrist.
Flick of the wrist. Look at the
More
flick of the
like,
wrist.
Like Vic. That's how. Remember how Vic just used to roll out and go, bloop, and it was just, shoom. Yeah.
He was fun to watch.
He was fun.
But
Hi,
yeah.
Spencer.
Hi, Sean.
but no. All right. Here's the backup, Spencer, and here's where what I really wanted to drive home is this hire. I think, look, Stick. Maybe you'll agree with this. Maybe you won't. I think here in the Detroit sports scene, the Michigan sports scene, I think we're kind of insulated from what happens nationally to some degree. Some of it is by choice.
Yeah.
Some of it is, we're
loyalists.
Exactly. We're very geocentric.
Yep.
I think that's a good way to put it.
That's why Woodward works.
That's why Woodward works. You're right. No, but Stick, I bring that up to say this. The Michigan State hire, I think, will be the Detroit sports / Michigan sports fans' first exposure to what Michigan State is doing here and bringing Jay Batt here, there are going to be some uncomfortable conversations around the Michigan State athletic circle.
What do you mean by that?
Okay, here's a great example. And I brought this up to Spenny 2 days ago. I said hockey, for instance. Michigan State hockey, on the come-up, had a great season, right? They also, as a program, lost almost $3 million.
Okay.
As a
I see
program.
what you're saying.
It's a $3 million loser in terms of money. And I just have the very baseline question, Spenny, for you. Aiden Childs is what, about an $800,000 quarterback, right?
Yep.
By the math these days, a good quarterback's going for what, about 4?
Yeah.
4 to 5, sometimes
Yep,
6.
Very good quarterbacks.
Very
yeah.
good quarterbacks,
Top tier,
8.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
high school Messiah's going for 12. And Spenny, and this conversation will be held. Do you want your hockey team to be good, or do you want a starting quarterback?
He's thinking.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather have a starting quarterback.
And I'm not saying that it's.
I don't think those are the hairs that got to be cut, though. I don't think the hockey team are the hairs that you cut.
But you're losing $3 million.
You're losing $3 million, yes, but they're on the cusp of winning a natty. They're going to be
But you're
the
losing
favorite
$3
next
million.
year. Yeah, but I don't think that's the program you pull money from.
No, you're pulling from all of it.
Yeah.
Like, let's just be real about it. And
Yeah,
that's what this signals to me. Like the non-revenue sports, I'm not going to say they're in danger, but they're kind of in danger as you know them. You know where I'm going from this? Like, guys, this is going to be our first exposure. Spenny, your first exposure as a Michigan State Spartan.
I mean,
you are all business now.
Yeah.
Nearly all sports are like non-profitable. Like you're talking about almost every program.
Correct.
Across a lot of schools.
Correct. And they will be treated as such moving forward. Because the Michigan State Spartans, with this hire, what it tells to me, now I don't know the answer to this because I can't see into the future, but what this says to me, we're not dicking around here anymore.
We'll see. I mean, it's going to depend on who they're able to go get, right? Because you still got to be a program that kids want to go to. I mean, money will talk, but a lot of kids aren't just going to go to a place to get their ass beat either, just because they're getting paid a lot. There's still a winning aspect, you would like to think, to some of these athletes in college. They would rather win than collect the check and get their ass beat and never make
That's
it to
a
the
very finite number, a very small number, Stick.
I don't know, because you're talking about high school kids that are turning into college kids, right? Like that, they're still playing for the love of the game, and maybe that's my romanticism of football.
It is. You're being very naive right now, Stick. As a guy who works in mid-major sports, it's going in the mid-major circles now, where guys are going from they're getting $75,000 or $100,000 at a mid-major. They are looking to go to an Arizona State or in Arizona and get $400,000, $500,000, $600,000.
Yeah,
that is the only thing.
Yeah, I
on
guess
their
they're no
minds,
longer
Dick.
high school kids because high schools aren't being scouted anymore. It's
no, and the high.
You're
see,
right.
The romanticism angle. That was going to be part number 2 of it. Is coaches are not interested in high school.
No,
kids
why
anymore,
would you be?
Unless they're quote unquote messiahs. That's it.
No, I mean high school kids are getting filtered out. Like you're seeing them at the next level, and that's what you're pulling from now. So there's another layer. I don't know. I feel for high school athletes. It's a blessing and a curse to be playing right now because you can get so much more exposure through social media and get in front of coaches and show highlight reels and have all that shit in front of you. But also, you're now going up against second-year college kids that want to transfer into a better program, like you said. So, it's tough right now. I wouldn't know how to play it if I was a decent high school athlete. Not a great one, a decent one.
Well, I know what you would do. You would get the most money you can get because that's all you're guaranteed. And that guy, I'm telling you guys, I see it, I live it, I talk to them. Like that is what's on their mind.
Yeah.
But which doesn't make them bad. What's on my mind?
Money.
Yeah. What's on your mind?
Money.
What's on, I know we got people working jobs out there right now, like you would like to get more money. Like that's the way that it works. So look, I'm out of the time and space of saying that the student athletes are the bad guys or the bad girls because they want more money. Piss on that, dude.
Yeah, no.
You're paying this athletic director, by the way, $1.5 million.
I like that I'm able to judge these kids much harder now because I used to be like, I'm not going to judge amateurs, right? These guys aren't getting paid. I'd never boo at a college game because, it's a high school kid, maybe an 18, 19-year-old. Now you're getting paid. You're judged just as harshly as a professional. You know why? Because when you get paid, you're a professional.
Like that's
it.
100%
Yep.
what it is. Gromit 0237. MSU needs to move to the MAC. Maybe before this move, but not with this move.
That's what they were teetering on, though.
No,
honestly.
and Spenny.
Yeah, for
The
sure.
math, it tracks, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. They're poverty. We are poverty right now. Obviously, this is a huge step of getting out of poverty, but our football team is complete poverty right now.
And this is the number 3 of this conversation. Jonathan Smith, you better win this year.
Yep, for sure. Got to make a bowl game.
You better win. You
Have to.
got to get to a bowl game because this guy wasn't brought here for $1.5 million a year to say, well, we'll get him next year.
And you're not his guy.
And he didn't hire you.
Yeah, he didn't hire you. He's stuck with you for this year. So do your best.
I like
Go
the
try
direction.
hard.
I like the direction he's building the program. I like some of the moves they brought in. They got 2 guys at wide receiver that we're both averaging over 17 yards per reception last year. So they are going to get better. And getting better means you better get into a fucking bowl game.
Period. End of story, man.
Yeah.
Like that's what it is. And then the next year, you better be in the playoff.
Yeah.
Like that's the way this works. And somebody here in the chat, and again, Noah Messi, and even after having an 8-5 season, well, you were 7-5 in the regular season. Even after having a 7-5 season, we're not irrelevant. Deal with it. Noah, I'll say this: you don't go to the playoff this year with your $12 million quarterback.
Well, I'll tell you this: if they didn't
And
get
that schedule?
if they didn't get Bryce Underwood, they may be irrelevant. If they were rolling out like any other quarterback this year, the buzz would not be there for Michigan football. Period. Bryce Underwood is everything
the buzz.
to them
Right.
now. Everything.
But stick though, that's where if it doesn't work, you know what I mean here. If it doesn't work and they don't get in the playoff, now you're 2 years outside of the playoff.
Yeah.
And the playoff is like.
But if it doesn't work, they
baseline
went and
injury.
got the best guy and it didn't work. That's much better than rolling out Pat O'Korn or whoever.
But
the
no
hell
one's
they
going to
had.
care, Stick.
No, at
No
the
one's
end of the
gonna
day,
care.
you got to win. But
Right.
at least they tried. Like they went and got the guy everybody thought they were supposed to get. So you can't fault them if they don't win on that aspect. You can fault them on many other things, but at least they went and got the guy.
But see, like comments like that though, Stick, tell me, like, you know how I was just saying before, how like we're sheltered and things like this. Like this is how it is now. AD's making $1.5 million at Michigan State.
Yeah.
Period. End of story. Football's got to win, and
But-
he's got to make sure they win.
I mean, I'm shocked that ADs haven't been making that much money at Michigan
Well,
State already.
Well, Alabama's was in the 7 figures. You know, not quite to that
Just
level.
think of your
but-
ROI, though. Like, I'm just thinking, put my business cap on, right? If this guy wins, he's going to 10x, 20x the money I'm investing in him. So,
Bingo.
So I'm okay spending $2 million if I'm going to make 40.
Cody Engel, Michigan State hockey is like Costco chicken. It gets people in the door. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It loses money. It loses money.
It's a lost leader.
Millions of dollars. It loses millions
so
of dollars.
does all hockey programs, right? How many hockey programs are like? And that's the thing that people never understood about the NCAA. Outside of football, they all fucking lose money.
Well,
Maybe basketball.
Yeah, there are
Maybe
men's basketball.
Men's
programs that bring
basketball
in
because
cash.
of the tournament. Probably throughout the year, though, they ain't banking like we think.
The
But
SEC
outside of that, every women's sport loses money. Every volleyball, water polo, field hockey, bowling, soccer, they all lose money. All of them. They've always been supported by football. Period.
And
End
if you
of story.
look at the business model now, and we will see this at Michigan State, you want to pare down those losses because that money that's lost can be reinvested in a starting tackle.
I mean, Stick, too. The only schools like that football like support are the big name schools. CMU spends the most money on football, and it's the biggest deficit in their budget. Like, they do not make any money in football at all. Like, it's only the big schools that actually profit from their football program.
I'd like. Do you have those numbers? Because I would like to see. I mean, like, they're packing that stadium. They're selling merch.
Do you think they're packing Kelly Short Stadium?
I mean,
the students get
they used
free
to.
admission.
I mean, when Row the Boat was there.
Row the Boat was never at CMU. That's at Western.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, Western. Same thing.
Yeah. They're not the same.
To us who didn't go, it's the same. It's a directional college.
Mike G, Neil, Munn Ice Arena sold out. They lose millions of dollars with it being sold out. Mike, you see what I'm saying here? So I guess, Spenny, are you prepared for that kind of stuff? Are you prepared for those discussions?
Yeah, like I said, I don't think hockey is what you're going to draw from. But, yes, other lacrosse, rowing, stuff like that has to get, yeah, it's cost of doing business.
Anything that loses $3 million is going to be looked at because you know what that represents.
But then you look at hockey and you're like, yeah, no, we're not doing that. It's not going to be the hockey program. I can promise you that right now. I will bet you $3 million that it's not the hockey program that gets cuts from. They just got the best guy in the transfer portal. They're going to be the favorite to win the Natty. They're not getting. It's not the hockey program that's going to get cut. I promise you.
Okay, we'll see, right? Well, that's the thing.
Oh no,
the truth will come out 100%. All right, where are we going, Spenny? Mad Packs, Buddies?
Yeah, we'll do Mad Packs and Buddies and come back to White Claw.
Cool. Let's do it.
Let me tell you about Mad Packs. They are in stores now. Oh, wait, never mind. You tell us about Mad Packs, Dick.
Okay, I'll tell you about Mad Packs. They launched May 30th. That was a couple days ago, so now it's out and about and ready to be in your pockets and in your lungs. Mad Packs. Spenny smokes them all the time when he's doing his Mad Pack Minute, and they are tasty. It's got like a sweet kind of fruity flavor to it, at least the pre-rolls that they gave us did. So good tasting stuff. Go get it. Mad Packs. They're launched. They're out. Go ask for it by the name.
What about Buddies?
That's right, Buddies Pizza, everyone. Over 20 Buddies locations. Look at that pizza, as Sean Belesian says up there on your screen. Look at it. They are the OG Detroit-style pizza. They invented Detroit-style pizza back in 1946, and you can save 10%. Go to buddiespizza.com, make your order, use the code 10meal. You'll save 10%. Dinner served tonight. You're welcome. And oh, by the way, don't forget about the downtown location on Broadway. If you're going to a game, if you're going to a concert, whatever, mix in some Buddies Pizza, the original Detroit-style pizza since 1946. Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Hey, Tony, what's up, bro?
Same circus, different clowns.
For sure. You want the usual, the big zip?
You know me too well.
I threw a little something extra in there for your ma.
Oh,
Hope
man.
she's doing all right.
Ay, guy, sei un santo. You're a saint.
All right, buddy, we'll see you next time, okay?
Grazie.
Calling all Tiger fans, join us for the White Claw Tigers Tour. That's right, Woodward Sports hitting 4 of the top bars in Detroit to watch a Tigers game live on Woodward Sports. Spencer and Easy, Friday, June 13th. The second stop, Nemo's. That's right.
Yeah.
If you've never been to Nemo's, like, obviously go down to check out the show and everything like that. But if you've never been to Nemo's, man, that place is historic.
I've never been there, I don't think.
Yeah, Spenny,
I might have. I don't recall. So.
No, you'll enjoy it, Spenny.
Shout
You
out
will.
Connor's
That's a famous, iconic Detroit bar. Be a part of the fun. Watch your reactions live on Woodward Sports Network to the best team in baseball. It's a White Claw Tigers Tour brought to you by White Claw and our friends at Ben Johnson Law.
Just booking my hotel for my cousin's wedding.
Where that at?
It's in Lansing. They live in Lansing.
Okay.
So Marriott in Lansing is where I'm booking. I'm going to have to stop at Giorgio's on my way out, get a slice of Euro pizza. Ooh. Money. I love weddings, though. I crush at weddings.
You too. Spending was a good time at my wedding.
Yeah,
It's a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Woodward Sports chat thread. Nicholas Duncan's got some reaction to the Michigan State discussion. I hope so. Michigan State's only been relevant in basketball as of late. Sad for the rivalries.
Yeah.
It is. As somebody who doesn't care for any college in this state besides University of Detroit, which doesn't have a football team, I love when Michigan and Michigan State fans are going at it and they both have something to stand on. Like when trouble with the snap happened, like to me that's a perfect rivalry game for somebody that's not involved in a rivalry. Like I didn't care that, but Jalen Watts Jackson out of Orchard Lake St. Mary's, shout out.
Shout out. Sat behind me in my coaching basketball class.
Really?
Yep. Right
Nice.
behind me. Him and Tristan Jackson and Naquan Jones.
But yeah, I love when both teams are good. That's what I root for.
Stephen Baffy, if there's not enough market demand for a given sport, it cannot be a profitable program for the university. Maybe the world loses nothing if some hockey, lacrosse, bowling, tennis, and golf teams no longer exist. Stephen, and like, look.
Sorry.
Oh,
Do you think there'll ever be a time where an NIL player will support the program? You see what I'm saying?
Why not?
Like
if the
use
hockey's,
their NIL funds to
I'm
fund
like
the
Livy
NIL?
Dunn. The reason I thought Livy Dunn, right? Like, she could easily float LSU gymnastics. Easily by herself because of all the NIL money. If you're like the best hockey player and they're about to shut down the hockey program, and you're like, listen, I got 10 mil, it costs 3 mil to keep it going. I'll take my 7. Let's keep. There will be
Contract
a time
negotiations
when a player is going to keep a whole program alive.
Well, you're seeing it already.
I think you
right?
transfer out if that's the scenario.
Shaq is the director of basketball operations at Sacramento State, or whatever the title is. You're seeing it now. That's just he cut a check.
Yeah.
Mike Bibby's a coach. He cut a check. They gave him the title. Like, you're seeing that now.
Yeah.
Literally.
Did you see that Stephen A. Smith was plus 6,000 to be the next Knicks coach after Thibodeau got fired?
I saw Meta World Peace on social media threw his hat in the ring.
Yeah, hey.
God, the
Keep
Knicks.
those elbows high.
Do you think firing Thibodeau was the right thing for them to do?
Yes, absolutely.
I'll let you know after they hire their next coach.
Yeah, it depends on who they hire, but Thibodeau had to go.
Yes. Cody Engel, a bucket of beer at Crunchies. Cody
Shout out
also
Crunchies.
said those
Crunchies
teams
good
do bring
spot.
in revenue to the university, though, with money the kids bring in to attend the university. Cody, the cost to run the program, the athletic department foots the bill for the sports that are run. They do not get reimbursed from the university for the students they bring in. Like, it's profitable to the university on the university side. The athletic department's a different entity, everybody. They lose money on them. They just do. Who do you think, like, where does the money for the scholarship come from? The athletic department pays the university for the tuition.
Right.
That's the way it goes. So, Patrick, how American. No, I mean, but that's Patrick. Like, look,
that's what happens when you introduce money, right? If you didn't want it to be a capitalistic system, shouldn't have introduced capital.
and Patrick, to go back to that last comment about the tennis teams and the bowling teams and all that kind of stuff, maybe there's no place for them anymore. They don't bring in revenue. Revenue was not the goal before. It wasn't. Like,
winning was.
Winning was the goal, but to have the ability to compete,
spirit,
intercollegiate athletics, all that kind of stuff.
Mad's about to run across Woodward.
Oh, with the Jimmy John's bag.
Why wouldn't she just go to the crosswalk, man? Jeez. It's not how we do it in New York.
That's how we do it in New York.
Hey,
I'm walking here.
Yeah, what are we talking about? Traffic stops for me.
He
I don't
smacks
move
the
for
hood of a
traffic.
car.
Yeah.
Yes. Kevin, let's also talk about schools now like USC coming and recruiting players that would normally go to MSU. Where would you rather go as a young 18-year-old kid? Where you're paid to go.
Well,
where you're paid to go.
I know, but California co-eds may lean you a little bit. Maybe worth
Michigan
a little
State
bit.
co-eds are nothing
I'm
to
not
shake a
saying they're
fist
worth
at.
millions. I'm saying if all things are equal, I'm going to California, then East Lansing.
I don't hate that opinion. California's awesome.
Okay, then I'll hit you with this.
Taxes, though, and cost of living.
Yeah, that's true.
That Texas Tech softball pitcher, Kanadi, I think her name is.
Shout out.
She left Stanford to go to Texas Tech. You ever been to Lubbock, Texas?
Galveston, Texas, and that dirty-ass water.
Yeah.
I've never been to,
No. Okay.
Is it not a good
I've got
city?
an aunt who lives in Lubbock.
So you know.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing there, all right? They gave her $1 million. She left Stanford to go to Lubbock, Texas, and Texas Tech. Guys, it's all that mattered.
Yeah.
I can't believe that we're still going over this, man.
It's me wanting to hang on to the hope that people still love the sport they play.
They don't.
That's all.
No, it's money, man.
I know.
Show me the money. Expensive.
I don't have to like it, but I know it.
They don't. They don't care. All right, let's take the last break. Loom?
Loom.
Talk about Loom.
Let me tell you about Loom. Tell you a little bit about these buzzing drinks that we've been all sipping on the
So
golf
good.
course. I keep them in my golf bag now, just in case to have a few on deck. And you can get 30% off your entire order at Loom. I'm talking flour, concentrate, all the good stuff, the buzzins, 30% off. Just use the code WSN30. You walk right in, flex on them, say WSN30, and that $100 bag, $70 according to my math. Pretty good deal. Loom.
Pretty good math.
Scan the QR code
Quick
above my
math.
head.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
It's part beauty, part beast. It's for those who dare to be different, for those who want to stand out, and for those who are built for more. The all-new Ineos Grenadier combines strength and style for an unmatched driving experience. Sold exclusively at Feldman Ineos of Waterford.
Jars Cannabis. They are all over Metro Detroit, and they are all in the community down at Movement Festival. They had their own little setup. They love to party. They love to have a good time. So why don't you get all of your top shelf quality stuff from them? I would stop by their dispensary. Actually, I'm heading out to Anson's Farm way the hell out. I may stop at the one off M59 on my way out there just to pick up something for the boys for the draft this evening. You can do that right there.
You're drafting at the farm?
Huh?
You're drafting at the farm?
Yeah, at the farm.
Nice.
At, what is it? It's Jack Frost Auto Museum.
Yep. You're going to be less than a mile from my house.
Oh, well, I'll stop at Jars and I'll pick up something for you too, Neil.
No,
so
I won't let you through the gate.
Oh, okay. do you have a buzzer gate?
No, I don't. I was kidding.
All right, but there you go. Go to Jars. Get your weed.
No, he's got drones that patrol his neighborhood.
Correct. Yeah. Unmanned.
Yeah.
You know, unmanned drones. Final segment of the show. Neil Rule stick in for DMAC. Appreciate you, by the way, stepping in.
Anson's Farm is sketchy.
Anson's Farm is sketchy.
We have
It is not. It's awesome.
No, what was sketchy was the cabin Anson tried to give me an easy to stay in at your wedding, dude. That was sketchy.
The one that he wasn't able to stay in?
Yeah, because there was people in it.
Did I tell
That's
you?
a great story.
It was a non-heated, non-air conditioning wood box.
It was a barn.
Field, dude. He's like, yeah, you guys can sleep there. No. Easy stop drinking, sobered up, and drove my car home.
Woodward Sports chat thread Noah says, Neil, there are a few people that actually care about the sport they play. Very few.
Very few.
Very few.
The love of the game is going to come back. It will come full circle.
No.
It will, man.
Money, cash is king, dude.
Yeah.
There's going to be a kid that's going to turn down a ton of money just to go play for his hometown state.
Idiot.
There we go. You're talking about two different things, Stig. You're talking like athletics is what they're talking about. You're talking about sport, and people will just go play like rec league and club sport. Like they're talking about athletics, which is all about business, all about winning.
The number one player in the nation for basketball next year is going to BYU.
Shout out those Mormon dollars.
For
dude.
over $7 million.
Shout out Jimmer Fredette.
Yep.
Well, they don't have to pay taxes on that.
Is he Mormon?
No.
Okay.
Very much not.
Okay.
But they're giving him $7 million.
Did the Mormons find him? Because that's what they normally do. They're normally going on mission trips to Africa, and they see a guy, and they're like, call up BYU. Hey, dude, this kid could be pretty good.
Hey, I found this guy, Ziggy Ansah. He's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, literally.
It's
just cheating.
Continuing, Chris, schools will hold out on cutting programs for the Big Ten and the SEC to create their own football conference. Once that happens, they'll have enough money for the rest of the programs. Chris, do you think when they have that amount of money, do you think they're interested in keeping the bowling team or having a better football team?
Probably the football team.
Stick, see what I mean? You see what I mean?
I get it. I understand it at the end of the day. So let me say this. If this keeps progressing at this rapid rate, are all other sports just going to go away?
So
is it just going to be football and basketball?
That's going to depend on the whole Title IX stuff.
Depends on the gravity of the university. Like, I don't think in Michigan State something like that would happen because it's such a big university. But for smaller universities, yeah.
You see that University of Detroit, honestly, where I went. When I went, they had a baseball team. Now they don't have a baseball team.
You'll see it. You'll see it at Michigan State. They'll get rid of rowing a sport.
You're telling me the back-to-back national champion dodgeball team might be in jeopardy?
Well, no, because that's a club sport.
That's where I draw the line.
That's what it's going to turn into.
I don't think it is.
That's what it's going to turn into. It's going to turn into club sports, and then I mean, when they were talking about like creating their own conferences, they're going to be teams and programs that license for the name of this university. Like you guys who play football for the Ohio State Buckeyes, for the Michigan State Spartans, for the Michigan Wolverines, they don't go to school there. They're not there. Like Cardell Jones, we didn't come to play school. We came to play football. Like that eventually is going to happen. Where
they're just going to be paid.
Like they're not associated with the classroom at all whatsoever. They're not obligated or held to any like requirements of the classroom at all.
I love our audience, man. We do. And look,
that's definitely what it's what's
going to happen.
That's the extreme, but yeah, that's what it's going towards for sure.
It's going to happen at smaller universities to a different degree than it happens at a Michigan State, but it's going to happen at Michigan State.
Yeah,
it's going to happen everywhere.
Yeah, but that's like Michigan State's not going to lose their baseball funding or their hockey funding, but
it could be cut,
but
and it will be cut.
Rowing and stuff like that. Hockey is not going to be cut.
Maybe not next year, but somewhere down the line it will.
Somewhere down the line.
I love our audience, man. Sua in the chat. We pay taxes in Utah. We have a listener in every state.
Yeah.
A regular contributor in every state. So thanks for the heads up on that. They pay taxes in Utah. And then right next to that is Metal Yellow Bezel, who says Mormon moms put out.
Shout out.
So we run the gamut.
Sister wives, baby.
Sister wives.
Sister wives. The lost art.
You get down to the southern parts of Utah, like the southwest area. That's where you get into like the really weird communities.
Outdoor boys.
Cody Engel. SEC has less non-revenue sports for a reason. Correct. Stanley Cup Finals tonight. Did you know this?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Game 1, 8 o'clock. TNT.
Who's playing?
For real? You being for real right now?
I could not tell you who's playing at all.
Take a guess.
I heard the last name I heard was it Ottawa? Is Ottawa in it, or there's a Canadian team in it?
There is a Canadian team in it. I'll give you credit for that.
Which Canadian team though?
The one with the best player. The best player in the league.
Connor McDavid.
Boom. There you go.
Who does he play for?
Edmonton.
Okay.
You knew who he was, though.
Yes.
I'll give you props.
I knew he
for
played
that.
for a blue and orange team.
See, you knew.
I feel like such a chick when I'm talking about hockey. And then who are they playing? The Devils?
No.
Who are they playing?
Who won the Stanley Cup last year?
I have no clue.
The Panthers.
The Panthers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Florida Panthers.
All right.
So you will not be locked in.
I mean, I'm rooting for the United States. Go Florida.
It's fair.
Fair enough.
I'd be happy if either team wins. I'm really excited for this. This is going to be much better than the NBA Finals. I can't wait for this rematch. Connor McDavid is on a mission right now. So
I want him to win.
I want him to win too. I want America to win too because
America,
Canada, but I want McDavid to get a cup because I think Connor McDavid is the greatest player to ever play hockey. But you can't call yourself the GOAT unless you start winning some chips. So
and that's what it is. No, he needs it. And you watch, the whole narrative around Connor McDavid will change. He'll be the face of the league. He'll be on every single commercial. He'll be doing the funny commercials. What'd you have, Chase?
I was going to say, you want to do coffee on the cup, Neil? I want Florida. You want Edmonton?
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, 100%. I'll do that. And it goes because those are like my two B teams, the Panthers and Edmonton, and it's back-to-back years, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I'm not going to be mad if Florida wins. I like Florida, and Florida winning might help the Red Wings more because there are rumors out there that Ekblad if he's leaving Florida, it's between Detroit and Toronto. So maybe you want him to win another cup in Florida, so he's nothing to.
Who's got the best goalie?
Else. Florida's got a better goalie.
Then they're going to win. There's your hockey update.
That's why they won last year. And it came down to Game 7.
He's 38 though, man.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. Hasek was old as hell when he was here, and he was awesome.
Better than Skinner. Bob's still different.
He was part of the Blue Jackets team that skunked the Lightning in the first round, 4-0, the President's Trophy Lightning back in 19.
That is true.
That was Bobrovsky on the in that for the Blue Jackets.
Andrew Schmidt says, "Go Oilers." Now, look again. It's no lose for me because I want Connor McDavid to get one too. But it is hilarious to me, going back to what I said last year. If the Panthers win, I love the fact that a Stanley Cup parade could start at some random brewery or tanning salon and end at a Botox surgery center. Like the parade, they literally will go down the road, and that's where it starts and ends. And hundreds of people will be there, not thousands.
Hundreds.
Literally 200 people.
Where do they play? Where do the Florida Panthers play?
Fort Lauderdale.
Sunrise,
okay.
Florida, that's where their arena is.
Yeah, and inland too.
Yeah,
right?
and I love that
where,
they
where
that
the Dolphin
night,
Stadium is and wherever that is, Hollywood or whatever.
Their arena's in Sunrise, which is 40 minutes from Fort Lauderdale with traffic, which is even more crazy.
It's closer to Miami than Homestead Speedway.
Correct. Yeah, that is correct. But also too, I love it that the cup. They took the cup to the beach for the sunrise the night they won it. Like the players went to the beach.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, and like they were there, and then Toronto fans and Canadian fans can be like, the cup's at a Botox center and it's on the beach. Like that is pretty cool though.
Well, when I think hockey, I think Florida.
As you should.
Yeah.
Those great winter skates that everybody
I
has
mean,
in Florida.
Cup's been in Florida more the past 10 years than any other state.
Yeah, I mean, the COVID Cup was Florida and Texas.
Not good for the sport. That's
what
why I don't
people
know
say.
much about hockey, because the Red Wings suck, and I have no interest in watching it.
That is very true.
When the Red Wings are good, I was locked in. I could name all the lines. I could do all that stuff, but Red Wings have been so irrelevant for so long. Since it wasn't my favorite sport to begin with, I have no reason to be in depth in hockey.
I agree. So that tells you all you need to know, though, right there.
Yeah.
Stick will not be watching.
I'm excited.
No, I will not.
I'm going to be locked in.
I do like
I
playoff
can't wait.
hockey, though, better than regular season hockey. I'll give it that.
This finals is going to be awesome. It's going to be McDavid's magnum opus of slaying the
dragon.
The dragon, the army.
The girl.
Yeah, it's going to be fucking awesome.
If it's Game 7, would you watch?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
And you know what? The fact that you guys are telling me it's going to be such a good series, I may watch
It's going to be good.
I'll dabble tonight. And if it's
the
good,
two best teams in the
I'll
league.
keep watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a better way to put. You have the two best teams.
Okay.
No matter what.
Yeah.
So.
And I think OKC is going to sweep the Pacers. So I think OKC versus the Pacers is like what Florida versus Carolina was to me. It is OKC is everything that the Pacers want to be, just way better. They're the same teams. They run the same way. They have the same build-up, the makeup, but OKC is better. Their star is better. Their second guy is better. Their depth is better. They're better defensively. Like it's
court's better.
Literally, Florida and Carolina in the NHL. This is what it is for me with OKC.
You know with the OKC thing, Chet Holmgren's going to be kind of a game changer.
Yep.
Because like a stretch,
Mm-hmm.
big.
Yeah.
Stretch, big. You know what I'm saying?
And they're defensively, they're better. I think they're going to sweep.
Well, you had my curiosity. Now you have my attention.
There you go.
Oilers
I like
Panthers
it.
is going to be a dog fight,
question
man.
for you before we get out of
Yes.
here. Is that reprint or original
Reprint,
shirt?
yeah,
Oh, reprint.
reprint,
All
yeah.
right. I
It's
used
a
to have that exact same shirt.
We
when
all
I was
did.
like
That's
10
why I
years
got
old.
it. Yeah. So, all right, Stick, appreciate you, brother, for
Yeah.
sure. Love running with you all the time.
Thanks for
Chase,
having me.
For intern Simeon, for Spencer, I'm Neil Rule. Thanks for tapping in. Big D Energy. Well, see you later.
Go hockey.
Hockey, yay.